Welcome to the Amaury Love Podcast, episode 14. Um, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't think I was gonna get this far. I ain't gonna go with you. Even now, bro, it's funny. Like ever since I started the pod, it's interesting because I do a lot of thinking now. Meaning that, like, I'm still being creative and I'm still allocating time to like make music. Even now, I'm working on beats. I'm trying to see what my next project sounds like. Cause now I kind of got I've been had what I wanted to, the story I wanted to tell next, but even based on chain of events and just like how I don't know, God got a interesting way of just how God's universe aligns shit. This is the best way for me to explain it, so religious folks don't get mad, spiritual people don't get mad. The universe, God, bruh, like just pay attention to what the meaning. You know what I mean? Not don't be fixated on the words. Which is something which the title "Learning How to Communicate" is about. uh, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. So just based on the things that I've been experiencing. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Happy Juneteenth and happy motherfucking Father's Day. Oh my God, bro, so much dope music dropped too. I'm gonna talk about it in a second. Hold on, let me. Uh, my bad, my dog in love and shit. So he's like, bro. Anyways, bro. And no, I'm not a father, so I can't participate in Happy Father's Day. Unfortunately, but unfortunately, it's funny because out of my friend group, I'm the only one that's not a dad yet. Even one of the homies, he got. I don't even want. You know what I'm saying? Now that I have a podcast, I'm talking. I be so mindful of what I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I told y'all from jump, I'm not critiquing at all. There's no critiques. I don't even like critiquing. Like when someone shows me something, my brain can only look at what I like and what's good about it. I don't all that you know what I'm saying? I put that in me and just this verse is trash. Why you didn't pronounce it like this? But when I experience art from, you know what I'm saying? Because everyone's art is their art. You know what I'm saying? Art is subjective and stuff like that. So I don't like to have a critical view on something. I want to experience it. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever I love, that's what I gravitate towards. But anyways, going back to what I was just saying, having a pod, I have to be mindful of what the fuck I talk about, bro. And I'm learning how, like, and I'm so appreciative of like, you know, this is like my first week or week and a half being off social media. I think it's a week and a half or 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't remember the date that I stopped. Like I just fucking deactivate Instagram, fucking delete fucking Twitter. I never use Twitter. I used it like one time, in recent times, or one or twice. TikTok, all that shit. The only thing I'm keeping is YouTube. Clearly, I love YouTube. All my shows, you know what I'm saying, the hip hop conversations, goddamn interviews, you know what I'm saying. 9 times out of 10, the music that I'm listening to is on YouTube, unless like you do some fly shit like Hit Boy got his shit on the app. So I'm like, all right, fuck that. I'm whipping off on the beat, bumping this shit too. It's right there. But yeah, so all I have is YouTube. So anything outside of what's in my YouTube algorithm, I don't know what the fuck going on. And what's dope is I feel like I'm more in control of what I'm watching and exposing my brain to, because that is something that's important to me as well. You know what I'm saying? I get fixated on shit, and I recognize that, like, I don't know, I do have an addictive personality, meaning that if I'm locked in on a project or if I'm working on something, I just everything else is second to what the fuck I gotta do. And that's not always the best thing. So in this era of my life, I'm like, all right, let me get my life, let me get my money right. Let me fucking, you know what I'm saying, organize like these goals. And also I got a whole project out, and I have to, I have ideas and things that I want to move towards with this as well. You know what I'm saying? I ain't make this for nothing. I love my fucking album, even though I feel like it just honestly, bro, based on everything that fucking dropped this year, bro, but shit is like, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy it came out, bro. It's like, oh yeah, what's it? In the NBA, second round pick 59. That's where my tape fall in the plethora of fucking greatness that's released. But I still love my album, so I want to do it justice. But I got some dope ideas that It'll come to light sooner than later, but figure that out. But yeah, bro. But just being mindful of, man, you know what I'm saying? Because like even when I listen to the podcast I listen to, um, there's so the talking points are so fucking dope, and I'm happy to. I kind of like, I don't know. I think we talked about this last time, one time before. Of like, there's like the hip hop purist world, motherfuckers that love albums and appreciate the art and highlight great things of the culture, and then there's and also like what's going on too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to fucking people talking about, you know what I mean, but there's like the other side where they just talk about that and talk about the bullshit and perpetuate bullshit. So I kind of erase that from the. So I don't even know what be going on. It be some other shit. The shit that I fuck with would have to address what the fuck going on that spectrum for me to even be aware of it. But the talking points, especially this week, just been crazy, bruh. Like, I don't even know where to start. Right? All right, look, I think this is interesting, right? We got down the shit with Hove, right? I love Jay-Z. Motherfucker tell me nothing about Jay-Z. And you know what I mean? People have their opinions on, like, because Jay a businessman and he, you know what I mean? So this whole shit with Target, I think it's funny to me, right? I also think it has some type of targeting, like, because and when I say they, I don't know what the fuck they is. It just seems that narratively, there's every time Jay-Z do something, there's some blog or publication just trying to shit on Jay-Z, and this shit, I don't understand where the fuck this come from. Jay ain't doing nothing but doing what Jay do, what he always does. You know what I'm saying? And even the Target thing, I was a little conflict because I remember when people were talking about, oh, we boycotting Target. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole DI shit. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, well, black folks ain't fucking with Target. I bet we ain't fucking with Target. But I was a long time ago. Who the fuck? Like, it's funny because it's like I didn't even. So much time has passed since that originally. Like, I guess, and from my point of view, because I don't know, right? Because I had to. I don't know if it was on the Breakfast Club or I was watching something with Charlemagne, but the person that started it was talking about it, or one of the people that started it was talking about it. And it's weird because like I understand how like the person that like one of the people that started it or that was doing this, oh, this is a boycott, but no, this is a what's it, a pause, or I forgot what the word they use, man, and I'm butchering it, and I wish I could articulate myself better and give it justice, but I'm sure if you tapped into this, I'm sure y'all definitely, y'all watch the video and give y'all more insight. But it was funny to me because it's like, how the people that you started, they beefing this shit. That's crazy, bro. But I mean, which is dope, which is with their, obviously, like, someone was breaking down the statistics, and like a big portion of Target staff is black folks, and it's crazy because you would think because a big portion of consumers and people that work there, you know what I'm saying, melanated, the motherfuckers they not whatever. But again, I don't know the details of the you know what I'm saying. That's up to me to do more research. And if you listen to me and be like, what the fuck he talking about? Do it too. You know what I'm saying? Put me on about, you know what I'm saying, something out of mind. But it's just crazy. And then, so going back to the Jay-Z shit, right? It's interesting that they try to isolate Hov in this situation when there's other albums and other artists that, because Target is a place where people could buy vinyls. You get what I'm saying? So for him to do an exclusive or whatever the case may be, it's, like you talk about Jay, you gotta talk about everybody else in the goddamn show. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't that's not, it's just because it's Jay. He got all this dope shit going on right now, whatever the case may be. But I think that's fucked up. I really think that's fucked up. It's always motherfucker try to put an asterisk by motherfucking name. Great segue. So I was watching my auntie sent me. So I was watching I think Glasses pod earlier this week, and he had mentioned the Michael Jackson movie, which I seen. I love the Michael Jackson movie. It's really good, super tasteful too, because I was wondering like how what does the beginning, middle, and end look like for a Michael Jackson film? Like how first, of course you're gonna start from the beginning and show like the origin of him being a child and coming into fame early, and then eventually like doing his own thing. But I was wondering how it end. You know what I'm saying? So they ended it out. I think, oh, this was perfect. Like they told a complete story. They like I said, it was tasteful. You get what I'm saying? I think it brought light to who Michael Jackson is, what his family is, what they represent. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful, great film. But and that's the part they had brought up he had brought up the goddamn the documentary, whatever, right? Mind you, I ain't been watching shit in a minute, to be honest. Only thing I probably tapped into Yu Yu Hakusho because that's an anime I've been wanting to watch and it's old school, whatever the case may be. But that's even like once a week, because I've been just like focusing, getting everything right. But anyways, I was like, fuck it, let me see that because I know through your discernment you're gonna be able to. Cause I'm going in knowing I bet like they gonna try to fucking talk hella shit about Mike or whatever the case may be, this and third, and so but I still wanted to peep game, and I'm not gonna hold you, bro. This shit is watching that shit. Shit was nasty, bro. I don't like the timing of it is horrible. I think whoever that's like why would you release like from a business side? Oh yeah, it makes sense. They just released a Michael Jackson movie. Let's talk about the case where he supposedly molested children. Ooh. And I feel like that's hella distasteful, bro. Like the timing of it, like especially if you coordinated it, like yeah, we're gonna drop this film talking about whatever at this right after the Michael Jackson film. That's like piece of shit behavior. Especially because I feel like just I don't know, bro. Because I feel like intention is everything. Intention supersedes thought and action. Even though thought and action is a verb of intention, but so if it was somebody that really felt whatever they felt and was doing this documentary from the heart and this, that, and the third, right or wrong, or even whether we agree or not, it'd be different versus. And again, I don't know, so this could be me being ignorant talking. Versus someone like, oh cool, we gonna make this documentary, cause I know they're making the Michael Jackson movie, and when they drop it, we gonna drop it right after the fact and make this. That shit distasteful as fuck, bro. And the editing didn't help any either. You know what I'm saying? The editing of the fit, man, that shit didn't help any either, bro. That shit look crazy, bro. The way they chop that shit up is wild. But and for the record, I don't believe Michael Jackson touched some kids. But I also think like the way that they cut shit, making shit look crazy, and then it's like, bro, that shit sucks that shit happened. But and after watch, I'm like, oh, that's nah, but I ain't like that shit. I like Michael Jackson film. When I watched it, I walked out the theater feeling like, oh man, this feels great. Like, you know what I'm saying? It felt like you felt good. Like you feel like you watched like an amazing film. That shit was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? The music, like high energy. I watched that shit. That shit felt nasty, bro. Like, that's fucked up. And which is again, that shit just. And film now, you know what I'm saying? And speaking of fucking film, I don't know, this some nerd shit, bro. So I'm sorry, I'll get to the hip hop in a second. Cause again, some shit dropped, bro. Oh my god, I'm so fucking. YG album is amazing. Rhapsody dropped a video for God Got an Afro. Goddamn. What else fucking dropped? AZ Chat got a song that's produced by Hit Boy. That shit's fucking gas, bro. It's so much dope shit. Like the game dropped today's Father's Day. The game dropped the song, like father like daughter, I believe. Is the name of it, and I don't know if that's the cover for whatever the documentary 3 gonna be, but that shit look hard as fuck because it kind of makes me think of like the original album cover, but he's like sitting with his daughter, and then, like, man, that shit's fire. But all right, some nerd shit, right? Goddamn. So they had showed like last week the Avengers trailer released, but it was in like horrible fucking quality, like 280p, whatever the case may be, right? And then like, cause I'm tapped into all the like fucking like the nerd YouTube channels where they do all these breakdown videos of fucking. Oh look, did you see the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer? Look, if you look at the wall, it says 197. That's the issue where the Hulk punched Spider-Man in the head, and if you look at the angle of it, looks just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit they be which I think is dope, because that's like in my thinking when I go into my writing. Like, I try to, you know what I'm saying? Because even I might take a line that I've said in the previous line and like flip it, but in context, it pays homage to some old song or whatever the case may be. Um, like anyways, so all the like the Marvel and DC and whatever, like the nerd content creators, they was goddamn talking about oh no, it has to be AI, it has to be fake, this doesn't make sense based on the leaks, woo woo woo. Because it was crazy. You got Doctor Doom raising up a bunch of Sentinels, and then all the like the X-Men, the Avengers, and the Fantastic Four are all like in the circle, like the OG Avengers film, and they pan the goddamn camera around just like how they did in the first movie with the music and everything, like dun, dun, dun. And it looked crazy, but a lot of people doubting it. And now it's like, oh no, they should, like, they released the HD version of the trailer, and I think it has the audio this time as well, plus the like some stills. And they're like, oh no, I think this is real. And I ain't gonna hold you. I think Marvel doing all this shit on purpose, bruh. They doing all this shit on goddamn purpose. Cause it, whenever I think all this shit really start, I mean, there's always been leaks and shit like that for movies that are coming out, whatever the case may be. But it became a real big thing during like Spider-Man No Way Home, where like the pictures of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire leaked, and they're like, nah, it's fake. And granted, it wasn't even crazy AI how it is now. Now the leaks could fall into fucking in the just the plethora of just random images and AI. You see some real shit and be like, nah, that's AI. And then be like, oh no, it was real. Like, and that's what's happening now. Like, pictures and images released like fucking years ago, and like, that's a tricky thing with the internet too, that I think about it now. Like, the way that we consume information as human beings, it's so fast paced. Some shit could happen today. It could be fucking, oh my god, what's going on? Like, it could feel like that, and then tomorrow some other shit could happen, and what you was tripping about, that shit not even relevant no more. The world move on. That's how fast this internet space is, bruh, with information. So like, imagine, because even think about it, like I'm assuming in the 80s, but in the 90s when they release a film or some shit like that, they dropped a trailer like a year or 6 months before the film dropped. There's like, most people, like, now we on our phones, but back then we watching TV for the most part. When you at the crib, out TV on you got Direct TV, Adelphia, goddamn, no, you know what I'm saying, no service provider. You got the goddamn antenna trying to get channel 33 or 39. At least I don't. Is that universal, bro? Like, I don't know. Like the channel, because I know the channels in Miami that we had, like UPN was 33 and 39 was like WB or some shit, and I think at 1.8 merged or some shit. I don't know, bro. But anyways, that's how we consumed like media, or you know what I'm saying, and you would have commercials, so you know what I'm saying. Oh shit, I can't wait for this movie to come out, whatever the case may be. Now you can't release a fucking trailer for a movie a year from now. Motherfucker forget about it the next day. Like, all right, that was a cool trailer, I bet. Oh, what? Did you hear these people broke up? Like, but not that I'm attracted to that type of content, but that's just like the world we live in now, bro. So that's a major reason why I'm so grateful that I'm kind of like disconnected from social media for the time being. I'm gonna jump back on or whatever the case may be, but I kind of just wanted to purge. Even me dropping like the 2026, I guess it's like a mixtape now. I just took all the freestyles I did this year, compacted the one and dropped it, and then I rapped on fucking YG song that he had dropped for which I love his fucking album, bro. It's so good. But I'm gonna get to that in just a second. But yeah, the goddamn I released it. I want just to purge everything, bro. Cause now I feel like I'm in a space where I don't know. I think I recognize, like, damn, my heart in the right place, but my actions been trash. My actions been trash, bro. But I know my heart in the right place. That's why, like, I feel like my intention does supersede my action, but at the same time, I gotta tighten up. And I recognize I am blessed. I'm happy. I'm grateful for where I'm at right now and shit like that. And then even just thinking about just like it's interesting. I probably talked about this before, but it's been relevant in just my thinking lately, right? It's so hard for me to like when things become a little better, my fucking like my life and like just my universe around this, the imposter syndrome and it's a combination of imposter syndrome and what's the fucking other word, bruh? Goddamn, survivor's remorse. I, I feel it both at the same time, right? And I'm so used to having like my back against the wall that I know how to operate from that place. Like, oh shit, I got it. You know what I'm saying? So when things are getting a little better, it's almost like my default mindset is like, oh shit, I can't let shit get bad. I gotta, you know what I mean? And I'm learning how to walk, moonwalk out that shit. And just like with anything, bro, you can't just like cold turkey it from one day to another because your body will go into shock. Um, so that's why even now I'm being very, you can't control the things you can't control. You know what I'm saying? You go to work and people at work, you can't do nothing. It is what it is, but you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta deal with your surroundings and circumstances, but be very intentional about the things that you can control. You know what I'm saying? That's what you eating. You know what I'm saying? What are you allowing your mind to consume? What are you drinking? You know what I'm saying? Do you smoke or do you know what I'm saying? Are you smoking all day every day? Are you doing it in moderations? Are you know what I'm saying? Just understanding these different boxes in your universe. You know what I mean? And being a master of that. They say jack of all trades is a master of none. Fuck that, mastering all of them hoes. It might take a long time. No, but yeah, that's definitely fuck. I done lost my train of thought. Skill counter, bing. I'm gonna get it eventually, bro. I'm sorry. Like I, I need to have the skill, the fucking lose train counter. Cause another thing, too, bro, I love that I'm doing the pod, bro, and like even I've seen previous episodes. I've had like the homies on here, like Jazz has been on here, goddamn. But Sunday is just not the day for everybody. Sunday, everybody's with their family, motherfuckers at church, doing this, that, and the third. And it's like, damn, I wish I got it. But this is the day best for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want the. Because throughout the week, and I've showed y'all in and out, probably, being on live and shit like that. But like throughout the week, my time is so consumed. Like, all right, I wake up super early so I can kind of get my little morning routine on and then prepare for the day. Like, all right, cool. I know today it's either going to be 10 or 12 hours that I'm gone. Like, I just get, all right, within this sense, I'm going to listen to these books. I'm going to fucking, I'm going to goddamn listen to my pods. I'm going to fucking, whatever, learn. Because even now I'm learning fucking, it's called ET, electrical technician. Because I was like, man, all right, cool. I'm at post office now. I the money straight. And I know after a certain period of time, I automatically, like, how the shit, all the shit like a video game. Right now, I'm a fucking pawn on the USPS chessboard. I'm just like, all right, cool. I gotta fucking level up. I was like, all right, what can I do that's gonna be a skill set that which is dope because I was watching the homie from Eggs and Grits podcast talk about it where goddamn like getting like a trade or fucking some, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what does that look like for me? Because I've only loved school one time and I couldn't finish because my financially I couldn't take the, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't work out. And I wish it did though, bro. The University of Art and Design, like the Miami Institute, whatever, that shit was so fire. But I don't know what I was thinking. Going to that school. Just woke up one day, read like, man, fuck it, I'm finna. I mean, because like, my girl at the time, she was knee deep in fucking school. Like, she ended up becoming like the president of the fucking Homestead campus at Miami. Like, I swear to God, like, I'm like random as fuck too. Like, how the fuck you the president? Like, the fuck, like, how? When did that happen? Like, yeah, they just, I was working for them. They, whatever, bruh. So I was like kind of motivated. Like, damn, I'm just making money, but what am I doing with it? And like, I wasn't learning about stocks. I wish I was. So that's what got me into school or whatnot. And it was so fucking fire, but I never got to finish because of circumstances. But that's the only time I love school, because like even their core classes, they treated them hoes like them shits was little side shit. Like Oh, you got to take writing. Okay, well, just go through these little, they had you go online and do little bullshit ass course, but the real hands on shit was like the core, like the actual core classes and stuff. I probably said that shit wrong. The actual classes, the regular classes they treated like bullshit, and then the core classes was, what I mean, like music history, theory, and all this type of shit. But anyways, but like going back to school to learn a trade or something like that, I gotta relearn how to learn. I mean, I know how I learn, but because now I consume a lot through audio. Like I listen, like I really listen. Um, so that's the easiest way for me to digest information, especially back in the day when I was fucking working at the airbase. I got down would listen to like the like religion debates back to back. Them shits was so gas, bro. Um, but them debates are like 3-4 hours long. But in my head, I'm like, cool. I listen to 2 debates. Shit, I got about an hour, 30 minutes of work left. You know what I'm saying? So you just working, you would autopilot and you listen and engage because the fucking thing was fire. So, um, man, anyways, my bad. Monty pick ahead of the time and start sending me mad shit. Uh, but damn, see, I lost my train of thought again. Distraction. Anyways, all right, look, I'm not gonna hold you. Let's get back to the hip hop stuff, bro. I'm really excited, bro. YG's album is so fucking good, bro. It's so good. It's so good. Like sequence wise, like oh my god, I like his track like the track because when it first dropped, right, like it when it dropped, my YouTube algorithm was showing me the songs in random, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait till Sunday to listen to it front and back, so I have the time and I could actually like sit and listen and enjoy it. But I was listening to songs like sporadic or whatever the case may be. Like I listened to Kudos and then goddamn whatever the song is that the music video, like it looks like kind of reminds me of like the Tupac video. They got me trapped. Um, but this morning I listened, and then I heard the song with him and Tyler Creator, which is so ill because it makes me think of the. It's so dope because when the song starts, it like cause he's rapping with the whisper like flow, and I'm listening to the goddamn like it just made me think of the whisper song with the Ying Yang Twins. I'm like, damn, that's so fucking dope, right? And it's YG being YG, but just kind of in that pocket, and I was like, that's so fucking genius. But then when Tyler jumped on, I was, because I seen it on this like featured Tyler, so I thought Tyler was gonna go in the same thing. And like how he jumped on, I was like, nah, I ain't doing the whisper shit. Then he started snapping, bruh. That's a hard. That's what I really like about this album. All the songs feels like songs, right? But then even fucking production wise, I really love the. I forgot what the song was, but it made me think of like, damn, what's the song, bruh? It had like he flipped an Eminem or that's what it sounded like to me. I might be tripping, but yo, I was super like, yo, why'd you put his foot in this goddamn album, bro? It's so fucking good. It's so good. So y'all need to tap in. That shit was fucking amazing. Um, Cause it like again like that's why I really love when the goats are being goats and people are doing legendary shit. Like even like everything, the majority, if not all, like tapes that have dropped in 2026 from like the people that we hold to high esteem to certain percent, like they're all great. They're all great. You know what I'm saying? You might not, you know what I mean? Cause like I even listen to Ice, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? The Kendrick fan. The Kendrick fan, be like, man, fuck this album. I'm like, nah, I finna do that, bro. Like, come on, you can't be like, it's good. It's good to be biased and when you're giving your opinion because you want her to come from a real place, but don't like be lies in every life. To like, all right, let me just tap in. And there's some, I ain't gonna lie, it's like some songs I fucked with. But I also understand the argument people say. But anyways, that's neither. I'm not here to critique at all, right? But I'm saying this point to say that a lot of the music that's been dropping has been fire, like fucking fire, and it makes me think of like even when I talk to the homies, cause not bro, I'm 36, like in my friend group the youngest person is 33, right? Like out of like the core friend group that we all known each other since we was goddamn 12, 13 years old. Um, uh, So out of that friend group, um, I'd be curious, like, hey, y'all tapped into, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the hip hop junkie, whatever. I'm always tapped in what's going on, still listening. You know what I'm saying? Just almost the same excitement I got from watching like 106 in Park or BBC Rap Basement. Like, there's this own version of it now on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm watching, you know, whoever, I hate starting naming because I want to name everybody because I want to give but y'all know what I'm saying. There's so much dope content and people that are important in hip hop that are shedding light on certain things and talking about certain things or whatever. It's so much of that, right? And then behind that as well is the great music that's been dropping. But some people are so attached to like what is just constantly being fed to them through their social media algorithm that a lot of time all they're doing is consuming what everyone else is consuming. And whoever, I don't know who the big dog is and top of the whatever. um and I also know that your algorithm is also going to be biased to what you're watching, but at the same time there's forced content that's pushed to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we, the everybody's gonna be in tune with whoever got the most marketing budget, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Interesting, bro. But damn, why did I bring that up, bro? Fuck. I guess it's not the best episode. All right, come on, man. I'm getting better. I'm trying. Obviously, know there's stuff that I need to do. I haven't been clipping shit. A piece of me, because I just found out that there's like a big clip fucking company that clips everything from the majority of people do it. Now I'm like, I don't even want to do this shit. Even though I should, because this is long ass form content. Most people, I don't know. I'm in the world of people that listen to long form content, so I don't know. I don't know if goddamn what's it called? It'd be smart to like chop it up into like segments and shit like that. I think eventually will, but I kind of just, as I'm doing it, I want to get better. I know I could talk, but it's even funny. I was just talking to my uncle, which this is something I want to talk about too. I was just talking to my uncle earlier because I watched a video with Cypress Sounds and Talib Kweli on Talib's new pod. And they was talking about, and the homie was talking about, like Latins and fucking in hip hop or whatever, right? And it's interesting because me as a Puerto Rican, I grew up in Miami, right? All my homies is black from the Caribbean, so I grew up engulfed in black culture. So I you know what I'm saying, and understanding my roots and being that okay, like my, I have African ancestry, I have Taino ancestry, and in Puerto Rico, it was over 300 years of slavery, and having that understanding of how being colonized, and also understanding the colonization that took place all throughout the Caribbean, and then up into just having all this understanding, I recognize like, you know what I'm saying, I recognize that I'm black and Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying, like, but so I'm listening to Cypress Sounds, the way he was articulated, even him describing like reading Malcolm X book and being tapped into the 5% shit, and I was like, damn, bro, that shit, because at one point I don't, it's funny, I really be curious of people's like spiritual journey, low key, like, because I could remember the seed that sparked like having an understanding of like who I am on a deeper level, right? Because I remember when my first project I ever recorded was this project called New World Order, right? We was playing off the Illuminati shit, like, oh, we're gonna say New World Order, and then we're gonna listen to it. It's just a bunch of me and my dog Gus Scott, shout out to him, just rapped on a bunch of beats that were relevant at the time and made like a little that was my first project that I technically was like a part of. I was like we released it on January 1st of 2013, because back then it was saying, oh, the world gonna end, and all we was doing was watching Illuminati videos and like, oh my god, did you see this, did you see why they had the checkerboard floor, and then the floor illuminated and all. Anyways, so our producer is the homie Darlem, right? And he's the first person that put me onto the documentary Hidden Colors. And I remember after a studio session or whatever, he's like, man, you gotta check this out, bro, like this shit deep. And it was such a beautiful documentary to watch, right? Because obviously and that's funny because I always have like I've always had a gravitation toward like Kemet. I'm gonna say Egypt right now, just for, hey guys, if you don't know what Kemet is, that's Egypt. But the actual name, that they called it was Kemet, and in the Medu Neter, Kemet means black land. But I feel like I always got to do that because I want people, I want people to understand where it's coming from. But also, whatever. So I always had like a natural gravitation, but I had no understanding of why. So I watched Hidden Colors and I was like, wow, this is amazing because it's talking about history and what black people contributed to the world, to everybody. And then you realize, oh shit, the further back you go into any culture, the darker everybody gets. And it's crazy how, like, because if you look at the globe, the majority of the globe is melanated. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how the fuck, like, and that's when you going through uh, your journey on like, okay, why? Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? Because, history, in school, they was going so, you go right into like the slavery times. But all right, what happened before that? And and then when they describe Africa in the school system, they make it seem like it's just people and tribes, not realizing there's like history of dynasties and all type of every the world benefits from the ideas and the creativity that came out of Africa, right? You think about the Moors, you know what I'm saying? You think about just architecture, science, math. That's something interesting. I probably said this before, but it's within the conversation. Um, and but like Imhotep, right? Which is crazy to me, bruh. Imhotep is the father of like, or isn't he? Imhotep is the first person on record or something like doing some type of medical procedure. Like he's supposed to be the father of like medicine or some shit like that. I'm probably butchering it, but look up Imhotep, right? But Imhotep is the name they chose to give the mummy in the movie The Mummy, bruh. So you this is a black man, but you because he's African. This isn't Africa, bro. I don't understand. Like white people be trying to whitewash Kemet. So you got this white man playing Imhotep, and then turn him to a bad guy. He's a mummy. This man, and so imagine not having any information or even doing any. You know what I'm saying? Not having the exposure of this information of, because look at Kemet, even Samaria. These are like the flowers of like modern civilization, right? But if you don't know the people or how it came together, just what was going on within that time frame, you would think that, oh, this is the truth because it's coming from a movie. And you can learn a lot from a movie. It's not to say that there's not truth in it, but whoever's writing, whoever's directing, whatever's the budget, is the narrative spun. But anyways, going back to Hidden Colors, he put me onto that, so that kind of walked me through my journey of like, oh nah, like this shit is deeper, and it also, in an interesting way, the further I go back when I research things, it starts tying into spirituality in a way too. Because as I'm going back, I'm like, all right, so okay, what? Because you gotta think about it. Like, I don't want to go into the religious talk. I do. I really do. I really, really, really do. And I do think there's people that are way more qualified to talk about this shit than me. But fuck it. So I find it interesting that the further you go back in time and you realize, like, all right, what were these people practicing, right? That's why I'm really biased, I guess, or lean into like the comedic spiritual shit. Not because of, I don't know, because people try to fucking anthropomorphize motherfucker. Oh yeah, you believe in 7 gods and they all have different animals and they talk to you at nighttime. Like, nah, ain't none of that shit, bruh. I just agree with like the principles of my act, which means living in harmony and balance within your universe, right? And like certain principles to the fact where like everything is cause and effect, everything is karma to a certain extent, right? So your actions, whether thoughts, words, or physical actions, it's gonna affect everything around you. We're one being made out of trillions of cells. And I said that shit like it was some deep shit. Yeah, we're one being made of trillions of cells. So what the fuck that mean? But bro, everything affects. So when I read like the 42 laws of Ma'at or whatever, or even go into the science of that, I'm like, damn, this is actually kind of deep stuff. But then when you look at it, it's not. And this is the thing too, right? Because I'm not opposed to religion, nothing like that. Like I said, I got a homie that's Christian. My homie dog clearly happy in the motherfucker. I just need to text message, dog, just be a Muslim. And everyone got whatever they dogma is, whatever, right? Um, but people that like how do, that like if you read these different literatures and look at it as history and not take it as mythology or like and I hate I don't want to use the word mythology because I feel like mythology makes it seem like, oh, this is not real. No, like, you know, if this story is supposed to say that we all have a divine birth and we all come to the universe with a purpose, you know, as time progresses, the meaning and the interpretation becomes different because you have something that was originally made in a specific language. Now it's being translated and it's being translated, and it's being translated. And by the time it get to you, at its core, it's there, but it's so much. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, so you're like, well, hold on, man. I gotta decipher through all this to get the actual core fucking thing. Um, but yeah, that's the. Oh man, bruh. But anyways, right, going back to the cipher sound thing. My bad. I'm getting kind of good. I can do long form talk context. I'm picking back up without what I left right there. A lot of what he said resonated with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, I didn't, because Puerto Ricans, like when you the New Yorkers kind of is like its own thing, low key, not its own thing, but you get what I'm saying. Like it culturally, it's a thing, right? But I grew up in Miami, so I didn't grow up outside of like my immediate family. I didn't grow up around other Puerto Ricans for the most part, bro. And outside, I'm chilling with my friends, bro. We all from the Caribbean. It's interesting because being from the Caribbean, you recognize that there's a lot of customs that are very similar across the islands, right? If you look at the dishes, you're gonna get rice, beans, plantains in some form of fashion, and some type of protein, and they just have all different renditions of it. You know what I'm saying? You could have the white and black beans with chicken in Cuba, then you go to Puerto Rico, and then it's fucking arroz. What's it called? Damn, what's the shit called? See, look, that's how I know I be I'm still learning my fucking roots here. Get my fongo, which is fucking nothing but plantains and protein in it. Then you go to Jamaica and you get the oxtail or whatever, or curry chicken or whatever. Then you go to Haiti, you got griot and fucking turkey. But all these dishes are very similar, and then you'll recognize, oh, okay, because this is all, you know what I mean? Like there's a connective tissue to the people from the islands, and then you have the people that colonize. So there was already a synergy between the humps because we're like, oh shit, we kind of eat the same. You know what I'm saying? Like we all grow up watching the same shit. We're outside. We're experiencing what's going on outside, and so I kind of have like the Miami version of the New Yorican experience, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But I that def, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because I also recognize that, like, some Latin folks try to assimilate to whiteness, bro, because they can kind of get away with it. Because they look at their great grandfather, he was black, and then they married into what? Because all right, interesting. I probably said this before, but I say it again just because I don't remember if I said it or not. But it's good for the conversation. In this book that I have, it was talking about like once the United States colonized Puerto Rico, it made it easy for other people from different, like people from fucking from Ireland, Italy, or whatever, to come to Puerto Rico to lighten up the Puerto Ricans or whatever. Which is interesting because now when I come over here, they got, how like in Miami. See, I don't know how this shit is in other places because I've only lived in Miami. I've lived in Puerto Rico. I've been to North Carolina a bunch of times, and I've been in Atlanta like 2 or 3 times. Outside of them places, and I went to LA when I was like 8 years old. But I don't feel like I count. I don't remember nothing. I was 8. So anyways, so I'm not, I don't know what shit is in other places or whatnot. I'm 36 and my first time moving out my city as a grown ass man, so I don't know nothing but what is in Miami. But in Miami, you go to the little store or whatever, and they have like the fucking empanadas and Jamaican patties and all type of shit or whatever, right? Over here, they kind of got the same shit, but they got shit like a pizza empanada, and I'm like, pizza? The fuck? A pizza empanada? You mean pizza in the empanada? And not like, how like they be got them, and especially you probably like a place like Wynwood. They probably got some like, oh, this is the super empanada place. You know what I'm saying? We got everything. We got jelly empanada, got goddamn spaghetti empanada, oxtail empanada. Nah, not like that. Just a regular gas station food shit. Um, but yeah, bruh. So I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing to, you know what I mean? And if you could tell by even like the way the island is structured, like when you look at the perimeter of the island, a lot of the architecture is very Spaniard, which is really from the Moors. They just jacked they fucking the way they did their architecture. But the deeper you go on the island, the more like, I guess, islandy it get. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. I'm still, like I said, I'm still in the process of like learning, because I feel like there's only so much. There's only so much I know. And then, you know, growing up in Miami, bro, like, or just like growing up in America, just have an understanding of like what Black America looked like. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I've experienced. So having a different POV, because even come over here, like it's funny. This all I was thinking about this as well, right? So as a kid, you know, I look at like, and this is just from like from a face value. You know, as a kid, you know what I'm saying? So when I thought Latinos, Puerto Ricans were white and black people put together. Because I look at my dad, that's a black man. I look at my mom, she look white. So I'm like, okay, so this is what Latins are, or whatever, right? So as a kid, I identify with people like Sinbad and like fucking kid. Like those are people I gravitated towards. Like, oh, they like me. I just speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as I grow up, I was like, oh no, you know, I was like, oh, it's his own thing. Like, or like people don't look at it like that, or like some people do and some people not. It depends. You know what I'm saying? Where you are on the spectrum, because it's such a broad thing. Oh, and this is what I wanted to reference earlier. I had brought, because I was like, man, I'm like, you know, I kind of want to talk about this, but let me holler at my uncle real quick to see what he think. Yep. I'm tell you right, my uncle give two shits about like whatever my uncle feels, you let me have it or whatever. And then we got a low key argument, and then I was like, damn, I might not be ready for this conversation, because he's like, we're all human beings. He said we saying some real shit, right? But he was making me look at it bigger and deeper at the same time. But I was like, wait, nah, but like, you know, you gotta connect the bridge. You know what I'm saying? If you just go from one side to the spectrum to the other, there's no understanding of why there's a connection. You gotta build the fucking bridge. And that was kind of like my point, or kind of like the train of thought that I wanted to get into dialogue, which I probably didn't successfully do. But you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all understand it. But I realized when he was talking to me, I'm like, damn, I'm completely unprepared, bro. Hence, learning how to communicate. It's funny, bro. And I like that this is the topic of why this. It's random. This just popped in my head. All right, whatever. This sound right. I guess we'll lean into this as far as the pod for today. But prior to working at a Lorca, or what was known as PRC at the time, right, I had poor communication skills, right? So even when it came to like talking to girls and shit, I had to charm my way. Like I didn't have like, bruh, there's who I thought at the time, right? I mean, I was like in 10th grade or whatever. Who I thought was the finest girl in school, bruh. Do I say her name? Anyways, whatever, bro. You was bad, bro. I'm telling you. Oh my god, I remember me and my dog Carl. We had class with her PE, bro. You know how PE is just all right. We gotta, cause Southbridge our colors was like red, white, and black or whatever. So like we had to wear either red shorts with a white shirt or red shirt, black shorts, whatever. Man, oh my god. Anyways, I'm saying all this to say, right, that you know how the universe work. I'm over here like I'm at this time. I crushed on her 9th grade. In 10th grade, I got the date by the universe, but it was to show me, bro, you don't know what the fuck you doing. Cause oh man, it was funny. All right, so you know how they have like open house or whatever the case. I don't know why we went to fucking open house. Like for what? You know, and it's funny, like the thought, the mindset of like what was it, like 14, 15, it's like, oh, we're going to open house, there's gonna be girls there. Ooh, like that's what we think about. Like, damn, shorty from 3rd period, bro. Hold on, she might be there. She said she was gonna be there tonight. Hold on, we gotta go, bro. So I remember my dog's mom fucking my dog's mom went ahead and took us or whatever, right? So it was me, Carl's stepmom. So we, whatever, bro. We just looking at shit, whatever the case may be, and I see shorty from far away, bro. And I'm like, yo, Carl, bro, they go, bro. She looks, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just acting like a big ass kid with a crush. And then, Carl's stepmom, looks at me like she overhears it. She's like, "Oh, Jose, that's the girl you like." Loud as fuck, like everyone just like you know how you in a room with like people in it or whatever. There's like little noise and shit going on. Like even the background noise, the air, just like how you record here, fucking Daisy. But when she said that, it sounded like everything went silent. And then I'm like, huh? I look straight and she's like looking dead at me. And then she's like, go get her number. You know what I'm saying? She ain't saying that part that loud, but your body, I'm like, oh my God, bro. I'm over here terrified, but I don't even know what to say. Walk up to her, I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, like she gave me the number though. That was dope. That was dope. She did give me the number. Damn, I don't know why I got into this train of thought, but that shit was hella funny, bro. Anyways, I know because I guess we'll continue the story. I ended up getting my date with her, right? And I remember being happy as fuck, bro. I don't even know how the shit worked. I think Mama dropped me off at her house, and then her parents took us to the falls or some shit like that. And I remember we went to the falls. In my head, I'm like, yo, this shit fucking lit. I don't even know what I'm thinking. Like, bro, what was I? Cause I ain't really get fresh to like 11th, 12th grade for real. So I probably was in the tall black tee with diggy shorts and some Air Force Ones that were all fucked. Probably had the see-through Air Force Ones Clyde gave me. Shout out to my dog Clyde, man. That man took off. We played football, bro. I wanted because see-through forces was such a thing in South Ridge at the time, like in 9th and 10th grade. And my dog had them shits playing football in them hoes. I mean, them shits had a cut in them hoes and everything. He took them shits off and gave it to me like, nah, you can have these, bro. I know how much you want them. I was wearing them shits all the time. But in retrospect, I'm like, bro, you wear some dusty ass shoes. And when the plastic turned yellow, that shit make, if you don't got no clean socks, that shit look nasty. But anyways, bro, we on a date, bro. We sat down right before we got time for the movie start, and I remember she had made a comment like, "You're not really talking like that, man. I don't know." Like she says, it wasn't even a slick comment. It was more some like, "Hey, I'm a baddie. You need to understand that you need to entertain me right now." But I'm such an like kind of shy, but also like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm on a date with this girl's baddest man. So, anyways, I had brought that up because I was talking about my lack of communication skills. So, right. So when I started working at a lographer, that's when I kind of got the game. Like the call center kind of gave me the game on how to, cause like it's interesting because like with the homies, there's a comfortability that you have of just you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying. But then when I don't know, it's probably conditioning because of school and stuff like that, bro. Cause sometimes you be on the move like I ain't really walk quick through this hallway, bro. Cause I stop for a second, make eye contact with somebody, gonna start roasting your ass within 15 minutes. Let you have some fake shoes on, bro. You better wear, you know what I mean? Nah, bro. That shit, Southbridge was so far. But yeah, so working at a call center improved my way to articulate myself, right? And then, coincidentally at the same time, I was going to do my spiritual journey and tying this to all this extra stuff I've been talking about, right? It makes me mindful of like, damn, I as good as I think I do know how to speak, and I know how to express myself, but the art of communicating for real is a real art in itself. You know what I mean? Cause I know people probably think two ways about it. You shouldn't give a fuck what people think and just say what you have to say. But then at the same time, it's like I still gotta be responsible, bro. Like, and there's things that I know that like I cuss a lot, right? I don't look at cussing as a bad thing, but I do recognize that like if I walk into a room and there's a bunch of kids, I'm gonna intentionally not cuss, right? Or if I hear a 10 or 11-year-old say something like I was working with my ex's parents at some event, and like one of the jits said some shit. He was like, "Fuck that shit," and the grown man was like, "Hey, bro, watch your mouth." It was this fucking the beater like, huh? Like, bro, like you too. Who you think you just gonna be cussing in front of me? Nah, yeah, I know I look cool, bro, but you not for bro. You a kid, bro. Watch your mouth, bro. And I saw I realized, oh shit, I'm turning into an uncle. Fuck. But yeah, bro. So like, not this like I'm in certain environments. I think it is important to be mindful of respectful, the way you conduct yourself and stuff like that. And then once you know what I mean, then you kind of okay, cool. All right, could be a little. I bet. Let me just, you know what I mean. But I be intentionally like respectful or whatever, depending on the environment and shit that I'm in. But but yeah, I think I still got so much more to go. Cause I even think about on my writing and my music. It's cool because like since I kind of condense on my freestyles and put them into like one videos, and I've heard, you know, just obviously I'm posting, I'm listening, I really post it so I can listen to it myself. Just like, all right, let me psychoanalyze myself and shit. And listening to myself, I think, damn, there's a lot. I know what I mean with everything that I say, but the way that I write, I could see how things could either be misinterpreted, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how anyone else looks at what I'm creating. Um, but it made me think like, damn, I need to be more intentional with with my words and how I use it, because I could still be like, all right, if I think that I'm that good, I could still make some shit sound hard as fuck and get some dope metaphor, whatever, off and sound good like sonically with my vocal textures, but still be mindful with the words that I'm using. You get what I'm saying? And be intentional with it, right? Um, so all this kind of like ties in together because I really believe that like words hold power, and the thing, because it was funny too, right, bro? I swear, I had this is probably me being a little more open than I should, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It's a pod, and if you tapped in up to this point, I appreciate you. You have no reason to be here outside of just listening to what I have to say and support me. So I am truly grateful and appreciative, right? Um, but you know how like, all right, so like every time I make a project, it's the content is coming from things I just experienced, right? Or you know, me taking my truth and like stretching it so that I'm not like kind of talking about, you know, or putting like my real like people business out there, shit like that, right? But creating a story, right, that's based on me. You know what I mean? Just like how, you know, like 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying, the movie, it's not his exact biopic, but it's based on, you know what I mean? So that's the lens that I'll create like at least my projects through, right? Why the fuck did I just bring that up? God damn. I'm at 4? Fuck. That boy slipping. You been drinking your goddamn Seymour's juice? Nah. Damn, what was the point of me going into that, bruh? Cause I need a host Cam, bro. I need you to tap in, bro. Oh. Okay. But damn, I really lost my fucking train of thought. That's crazy. Normally it come right back. I don't know. I have been tired, bro. I'm working a lot. Um, but anyways, I guess I was talking. Oh yeah, boom, words, the album, whatever the case may be, right? Um, so I think just to summarize this shit all up, it's very important for fucking now that I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be way more intentional with the way that I'm going about it. And I also recognize I don't gotta be too wordy, but also I'm gotta be, you know, not have, you know, like rap shit or whatever. But at the same time, right now, that's why I'm just like, I'm kind of cool. I'm in my like learning stage again, bruh. Like the pod, I'm gonna do the pod definitely because, you know, this is my way to just kind of express my ideas and what I'm thinking about, and, you know, share my words to the conversation on the flow. And also enjoy being a fan, because like I was excited to listen to music without thinking like, oh my god, like, oh, this beat is crazy. That's why I needed to like my last freestyle. I was like, all right, cool, I'll do one more freestyle and put it in the back of that like the last song in the fucking 2026, because I'm like, oh my god, this beat, and I love the song. I'm like, I gotta do it. I was like, I got one more time, and then let me just, you know, I'll go back to, you know, learning and shit. But yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. I'm definitely in a place of just, you know, I'm thankful and in gratitude and all this type of shit. Cause man, life been lifing, and at the same time, I'm in a interesting. I'm just trying to do my best, bruh. I'm trying to do my best, and I also know I've been very selfish with trying to do what the fuck I want to do, that I have completely like just push everything to the. I figured that out later. I figured that out later. But nah, bruh. Like, and it's funny. As disciplined as I am, I'll procrastinate little shit that I'll get to that later. I get to that later. Nah, bruh. Come on, just it's okay. That's why I'm intentionally taking a step back. I don't even know how long I'm not gonna be on social media. Like I said, I'm still keep doing the pod because the pod this kind of fun. I can be funny and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's my way of showing my personality out. Because apparently, all the people close to me is like, you need to show your personality off more. Huh? Yeah, you know how to rap, and clearly, I gotta get. And again, I need to be a student again, like, or that's what I'm doing now, and just figuring out. Let me get my real life together and get everything in order and be a man. And then it's interesting. I was watching, or no, it's a while ago, but I seen DJ Head post his book. I think it's called The Algebra of Wealth. I think that's what it's called. So I read that bitch, and one of the things it was talking about, what the dude was talking about in the book was like even like your dreams and your passions and like how it should. Which I don't know, piece of me kind of conflict with it because like it was saying how you treat it like a hobby, right? You know, everything in me is like, what? That's blasphemy. But it, because again, you gotta be responsible. You gotta be. And this is me speaking to myself. You gotta be responsible, like a grown ass man. All right, tighten up. It's me, but I gotta create that because, like, again, I want to get to the point where I ain't gotta worry about bills no more. I was just watching. Oh man, that conversation was so dope with Dante and Ray Daniels, and they was talking about fucking like they was just having a conversation, and at one point it was like, man, I get to wake up and not worry about bills, and that shit just what? Oh, but I can't wait, bro, because I don't have to have all the money in the world. I need, at some point I need to make enough to where I can have a family, I can save when kids go to college and shit like that. I can goddamn, you know what I'm saying, take my girl out, make sure she happy. Like if shit good like that, then I'm actually content. And then I could like take all my spare time and just focus on doing what I love doing, which is making music, or whatever ventures I end up, walking into. Because I don't know. I remember one point in time I thought like the acting shit was a real thing, and now I feel like that's so out of reach because I'm just not even in the environment no more, bruh. So, and I don't know what that shit look like over here. Even though I do be seeing some like, they do got like films and shit, but that shit dead, bruh. Read a script in Spanish? You got me fucked up, bruh. It was one time, it was some. I'm glad I ain't do it too because it would look crazy. But they had auditions for this goddamn, what's this shit called? It was like one of them judge shows, right? So they sent me the script. The script was so goddamn stupid. So the script was pretty. My character, I'm so glad I didn't do it. This shit look way crazy because like me as a man, I'm not. That's not even in my shit. So like, in the script, the character gave his last dollar some shit to his girl, so his girl could go win the fucking lotto. I mean, to go play the lotto. So she go play the lotto and she win, but she's like, fuck that, I ain't giving this nigga shit. So goddamn. So the character I was supposed to play is supposed to be suing her for half the lotto because he's the person that gave her the money to go pay for it. And the script was, I'm like, whatever, bro, because the pay looked good. And I'm just like, all right, this is funny. Clearly, this is not a real thing. And like even the people that know me in real life and like the women in my life know that's like the furthest from my fucking character. So whatever, I send the audition and shit. And then the lady called me back like, oh my god, we love you, like this is you're so good. She's like, but can you do this in Spanish? Yeah, my stupid ass, because I Will Smith book, he was saying how like anytime they ask him if he could do something, by default he say yeah, right? So in my head that was the first thing I popped. Yeah, I could do it. Man, they sent me that shit. And no, I don't even think they sent me a Spanish script. I was supposed to take the script that they gave me and then flip it in Spanish. So now I gotta improvise and speak. Again, yes, I know I'm Puerto Rican. Yes, I know I'm Latino. But Spanish was my first language for like the first 2 years of my life. The moment I walked outside, bruh, talking like outside, that's just what happened, bruh. So you know what I'm saying? It's not like I had other friends that spoke just Spanish or some shit like that. Nah. So, bro, I swear it was probably like 40 takes, bro. Just I was trying to nail that shit. I kept fucking up, and it's annoying too, bro. Cause like at the time I was at my apartment, and it's like I gotta move all the shit out the room so I can just have the blank wall and shit in the back. And I was getting frustrated. I was like, damn, my shit can't be that bad, bro. And then so after like 40 takes, I sent them the fucking tape. She calls me, oh my god, it was good, but can you do another one? We just need to make sure you can really speak Spanish. Bruh, man, I did that shit like 20 more times. The takes, not sending it, but I did like 20 more takes, and I probably sent like one or two more videos. I ultimately didn't get picked, but I was like, damn, that shit was so challenging, bruh. And I've been spoiled. I don't know, maybe I do begin. A lot of shit I be kind of getting spoiled into, cause like my first film was with my dog, like, and that's like, and his family, that's like Francie is, and he's phenomenal, bro. Like he's phenomenal. I don't like comparing the shit, like, or like doing, cause you know what I'm saying, like everyone is who they, but like he gives me like Ryan Coogler energy. You know what I'm saying, like meaning that like his vision, his creativity, and the way that he goes about his films, because he's involved in every aspect. You know, he's filming it, but he's also penning it, and he's also starring in it a lot of times. So because of that, everything is so intentional, and he's been doing this for such a long time that his quality and his vision is becoming, you know what I mean, everything that's always been, but just, you know what I'm saying, better. So I've been spoiled. So like my first act was with bro, and I was like, what? And I get to see, like, well, I'm on not TV, but yeah, I mean, just I'm on a series. Ah man, I can't wait till he does season 2, bro. That would be so, I can't, cause he sent me the script for my character, bro, and I love, man. It's so dope. It's just so dope, cause it's funny, cause I had such a minor role, and I love that, and I don't want to speak too much on it. And I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I know things could change and stuff like that, not to you know, God forbid or whatever case, but hopefully I can do it. But it was just so ill to see, like, oh word, like, okay, I get to do a little more of that. No, that's dope, man. See, that was a fun thing, but I don't know what that looked like now. Cause even doing like the background extra roles and shit like that, I remember the homie St. Combe, she brought me to my first Love and Hip Hop set, and I remember being there, kind of like, fuck, what's this? Like, where we at? I know you said a video shoot, but like, what is this? No, she said on set. We're going to set. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm still new to the world. I just dropped my first album, so I'm just thinking like, all right, if I go out, then I could just tell people about it, and I can find the places I could perform at. Woo woo. And then we on the set over here. I'm looking at the cameras and like all the wiring, and this is how it's set up. Yeah. Mind you, I don't even know if I would do some shit like that. I don't know if I would do like reality TV. I think it depends, because I think like someone like T.I. did it really well, where it got to show like a dope side of him, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, show the father, the husband, you know what I'm saying, the man. You get what I mean? I think that was a, you know, that's it. That's a great representation of it being done well. And I think it's so too, because it kind of like his children kind of benefit off of it, and based on like, you see them when they was kids, and now that they're, you know, young adults, and they're making music, doing fire shit, there's a familiarity you kind of have, like, damn, I remember when y'all was kids, and now y'all fucking adults and doing fire ass shit. Like, shout out to them, man. They going crazy, bro. Damani and goddamn King. I was like, and I love they little clips and shit, like the videos that they be doing. They gotta, I hope they eventually do like a movie or some shit like that, because I think or like a show or something, I don't know, because they have the personalities for it. You know, it's this is something I've been thinking about, right? And I thought about it today. I'm like, damn, it'd be dope. And I love throwing ideas out into the universe, because I like, sometimes I don't even feel like it's for me, but I think it would be ill. And this would make me think about it, right? So so earlier I was watching the clip where Stephen A. Smith, he said some wild out of pocket shit, and camera, it's funny because camera looking dead at the camera, and then his facial expression, bro, like, it was so, like, you could just tell he was like, bro, this shit was so, that shit me crying. it should be crying because like the body language is a motherfucker. But anyways, right? It made me think like, bro, I miss back in the day we had comedies where like it felt like everyone or like a lot of people that were important to like culture were a part of it, right? So when you think of something like Soul Plane, you got fucking Method Man and Snoop Dogg in the pilot seat. Like their scenes are there, like it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Because these people we look up to and love their music and shit like that, and they also act. And so I was like, man, I wonder what something like that would look like in like 2026, like having a movie at that with a dope plot or like something like what's that? What's the see? And I have maybe this is my because I haven't been tapped in. Like I said, y'all done see my algorithm. Y'all know what the fuck I'm tapped into, right? So this could be me being ignorant to what's going on in film and shows for real. But it just had me thinking like, damn, it would be dope if they had like an ensemble cast of like comedians and rappers, but give like the artists like real, like a real narrative. Don't have don't bring Fabulous in just for a cameo. Give Fabulous some type of importance to the story. Like something like that, because what made me think about it. I was playing Def Jam Icon. My bad, I ain't played today. I played Dragon Ball and got my ass whooped, so that's what I get for not playing Def Jam Icon today. But I was playing Def Jam Icon, and even though like I like Fight for New York better story wise, I see that I'm like the story's interesting because it's a mix of like actual artists, but then they have actors that are playing roles in the story narratively. And then again, when you think of something like How High or fucking like all like I don't know, bro. I just feel like comedy's so important, and it allows like to take serious matter and not make light of it, but be able to address it in a way where you could laugh about it. So I heard, I think it was Marlon Wayne saying it, of like how laughter was such important in their household because they ain't have shit. So all we could do is laugh. You know what I'm saying? But I think the sensation of laughing and what I mean, everybody's so serious and tough and you know what I mean, or like some shit bad happened, you can't even laugh at yourself. Shit, I'm so that too. I be mad, but it's like, oh yeah, bro, yeah, that's what I get. But yeah, bro. So I wonder what that would look like in 2026. What would be a fire ass movie, or who would be like the person to like spearhead some shit like that? We're like, all right, let me get a movie and get like all the people that got, because even think about it now, like all the pods with like the rappers and shit, they're all personalities, bruh. Imagine having a movie with like Jadakiss, Fat Joe, Cameron, whatever. Like just having like an actual movie that made their fucking shit. Like, just make sure whatever the plot is and them as characters that it's real. Like, what I mean, and make it a comedy, bro. That should, because they already had. You know what I'm saying? The or even someone like Charlamagne, I think would be dope in the fucking film. Because they have the personalities for it, and it's just like, all right, you write it toward them, they could just be themselves, but in narrative, and man, that should be fire, bro. That shit would be fucking fire. Cause I was thinking like that, like as whatever. Cause I like Soul Plane is, I've watched it probably like a year or two ago, like again as an adult, and I'm like, damn, this shit is so funny, and it's feel like you especially growing up in the time when it dropped, like it took me back. Oh my god, you know what I mean? But who's creating that for this generation of like late teens, early teens, late teens, where it's something funny where this is kind of a dope, but I can still like tap in and that should be fucking gas. Cause yeah, bro, I think we need to laugh more, bro. That's why like for now too, like outside of like reading my books and listening to the podcast and stuff like that, I'll be listening to shit like man, and this is another reason why I kind of want to do the pod, because I really love Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal is so fucking funny to me. Rest in peace. And he has a plethora of fucking like pod episodes and shit like on YouTube. Like it's countless. Like to this day, I could go on YouTube with Patrice O'Neal, whatever, and I'll find something I've never heard before, because there's so much. And it's hilarious, bruh. It's hilarious because he's so in his truth and he don't give a fuck. I mean, and I'm trying to be that way, but it still gotta be. I mean, I'm still Mr. Mr. Positive guy. Figure out how to do this shit in my way, but it's so good. So I would listen to that and just laugh, bruh. Laugh because this shit, man. It's already you gotta deal with life, so might as well. Oh, so fucking dope. It's funny because like I realized my mom be fucking with the shit that I be sending her because I sent her the the I sent her Vince Staples goddamn the song the Blackberry Marmalade. I know I please not pronouncing it wrong. That video is so fucking good to me. But like sonically, it's like pump music, and I like or I hope I'm not misgenring it, but like you know what I'm saying. Like the sonically, I was like, I think my mama might fuck with this, and she kind of fuck with like RC stuff. Like now I'm saying that it was RC, but like just that video was so good. Like it's so good, and how, even so I'm like I think my mom would appreciate this and the song. So I forgot that I said it to her. So we was talking the other day. She's like, "Oh yeah, you know I listened to that song." And I was like, "Really? What you thought? Did you see the video?" She's like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Yeah, it was really good." She's like, and it's funny because I don't, you know, mom's a Puerto Rican woman. She like what she likes. So I don't even know if she's not tapped in like it's hip hop like I am, right? And she got her shit that she fuck with. But she had compared it to Hey Ya from Andre 3000, and not sonically, not like oh he you know, but just like how he did something creative out the box that still sounded great and that she enjoyed. And I thought that was a dope. And I'm thinking like I'm really talking to my mama right now about Vince Staples. It's fucking gas. So now I be figuring anytime I see some guy, like, hey mama, check this out. See, which is funny too. Interesting enough. I was watching Effect immediately. Not the last episode, but the one before that, and I think they had mentioned Raising Cane's or Raising Cane, right? Which is the spinoff, like the spinoff of Power, or whatnot. I haven't seen Power yet. I have not seen Power yet, so I've been thinking like maybe this is time because I know this is like something dope as fuck, and not for nothing because I love 50 Cent. You know, apparently 50 Cent's universe he created so fast, and there's a piece of me that's like I'm kind of happy I waited because now I get to like because knowing me, once I tap in, I'm gonna watch everything, bro. That's how I did Naruto. I ain't watched Naruto till I was like 30, bro. And now I'm like, bro, ain't no way, bro. I love Naruto. Like, which I'll get to that. I'll talk about why I fuck with Naruto in a second. And I actually wanted to talk about something too, because I know there's people that don't fuck with anime that might want to fuck with anime, but it's so broad that I want to give my like if I feel like oh you never watched anime before, this is what I would recommend for you to walk into. I'll get to that in a second. So, anyways, because I know my mom has watched Power, but I know she finished it tonight because she just mentioned it to me. So I was like, "Hey, mom, you watched goddamn I say goddamn to her. I sometimes be slipping. She'll whatever. I was like, "Mom, you watched you finished Power?" She's like, "Yeah, I finished Power." And I was like, "Oh, you know they have do you know about Raising Cane?" I'm saying Raising Cane. Is it Raising Cane or Raising Cane? Now I'm confused because I haven't watched it. Like I know about it because of the people that I watch talk about it, but I'm not tapped in. Like which I'm tap in soon. And where do I start? Do I start in the beginning? Do I watch this shit like like Star Wars, right? If you watch Star Wars movies, you technically could watch the sequel. You could watch the order in the timeline is not the same way order released, right? So like episodes 4, 5, and 6 are the first 3 movies from like the 70s and 80s. Then you have 1, 2, 3, which came out in the 2000s, and then fucking 7, 8, 9, which that's the ones no one really fuck with. Sorry, Ray, but it's not that bad. But they hold Luke Skywalker, so we don't address those. They don't exist. Bring back the expanded universe. Anyway, so I don't know if watching, do I watch the prequels first and then go into the regular Power, or do I watch Power first and then go into prequels? So it's kind of ill that it does have a symmetry with Star Wars. 50's a genius. But yeah, she didn't know there was a spinoff season, so her reaction was like, "Huh? There's a spinoff season?" I was like, "Yeah, ma. Like, what's it about?" So now I'm like, "Damn, my mama watched it. I ain't watched this shit. I gotta tap in." So that's something I'm gonna tap into soon as well. It's just, bruh, like it's not procrastination either. It's just like I kind of developed a like a healthy work. Maybe it's unhealthy now. Like work ethic. So like if and again, y'all know I'm a 9 to 5 guy. I'm trying to figure out how to just live. You know what I mean? Once I get to the point where I'm making some, if I can make a little bit more than what I'm making now, like on some off the strength of me, I won. You know what I'm saying? I could pay if I could pay rent, my car note. You know what I'm saying? Have groceries, goddamn, make sure my internet good, and I have money to save and invest a little bit. So and not have to worry about bills. I won. I'm losing right now, so I'm trying to figure it out and see what's the best way for me to go about it. Because even with it, like, you know what I'm saying, everyone just has their own little thing. Like I was looking at the my bad, I know kind of swaying topics, but this was interesting to me. I recently it's damn what's brother I gotta get brother's name because I want to give homie his props, but he was talking about how people can purchase like the SpaceX stock now before it launches. I don't even know if it launched already, this and the third. But then the piece of me is like, bro, this man Elon Musk just became, how did he, I don't even know the details of how he became a trillionaire right now. Matter of fact, let's look. I'm gonna be as simple as possible. See what ChatGPT say. They gonna lie to me and I gotta lie to y'all. um which is crazy because the world's all fucked up. Goddamn, pricing for shit is bullshit. The middle class is dead. And if you making some type of money, like even me, bro, I think I make decent money, bro, but I'm stuck in this cash advance loop, which is something I was trying to reference fucking earlier. Like I made music and it was relevant to that. I was like, fuck, no more cash advance. Now I'm taking the cash advance. Talk about, all right, next week, no more cash advance. Uh, hold on. I would do it on the screen, but I'm cleaning up my computer now too. So SpaceX is ChatGPT want to give me some like bullshit broad. Well, he's a trillionaire because SpaceX is worth over $1 trillion. Bro, I'm asking how. Like, you give me this, bro. I know how to chat like fucking. I know some people use their AI for like, what would Jackie Chan say to Bruce Lee? It's a bug of bullshit. I've done that too. I was just like, what? But so many more useful ways for using it. And actually, it just got put onto Google Gemini. I didn't know how fire that shit was. Um, but yeah, bro. I just so anyway, the person was talking about how you could buy into it now before it becomes public, right? And the same thing that happened with like, you know, imagine buying Tesla before it launched and putting a certain amount in, and by the time it reached to this point, you'd have a crazy amount of bread. But then there's the other flip side of me that feels like, nah, but you kind of putting money into some shit that you know what I'm saying? That's not so. But there are opportunities to increase your wealth financially, and I'm still learning about, you know, there's things that I know, but I don't know if that's for me to do, like day trading. I think I'm familiar with, man, look, my 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 best friend, she have got this shit for me. She's like, oh, you're so intelligent and smart, I know that you could trade and make a lot of money. There's people 22 years old living in condos in Miami, day trading tons and tons. I the reason shit like this I ain't get crazy good at it at the time is because when I tap in is when I'm not financially good. There's you, especially trading, you cannot go in a goddamn trading emotional in any capacity. You got to be like a robot, which is sucks for someone like me who's a Taurus and who's extremely passionate about everything. So when some shit not going my way, like, you know what I'm saying, like so if I'm not in a financial place where I'm all right, cool, like I got all right, if this money disappears, I'll be fine. If it's not that, it's hard to do shit like this because you feel dependent on it. Um, but nonetheless, it's good information to know because if you, I suggest this to anybody, like going into. I remember there's a website called Baby Pips, BABYPIPS, and it's like a thing that explains trading. And when you look into it, you get an understanding of like, okay, this the basics pretty much fall under the spectrum of whatever you're trading, from crypto to stocks to forex to commodities to whatever. Like the same basic rules and principles apply across the board, and it's just about matter about how you want to approach it. Are you going to be someone that's long term trading? Are you going to be swing trading? Are you going to be day trading? Like how are you trying to get your bread up through this? How you letting your money make money for you? You know what I'm saying? That's why people, when they get imagine like there's stocks that pay you for having stocks and having money in their stock. So the goal would be to like shit if I go, and it's crazy amounts, right? Like I don't know how much money I would have to have in Apple to make $5,000 a month, like just what's it called, passive, right? I'm sure it's a lot of fucking millions. Let me ask chat. How much money would I have to have on Apple to make $5,000 a month passively? That bitch say you need roughly around $10 to $15 million in Apple. God damn. Which is crazy because 5,000 don't seem like a lot, but you gotta have $15 million in Apple to make passively around $5,000 a month. But anyways, there's so much different things, and I'm trying to figure out what's the, you know what I mean? Because even I was watching this thing where TK Kirkland was talking about contracting, and fucking, it made me think of my ex's parents. That's what essentially how they, acquired a lot of their wealth. Where was they got a contract for housekeeping and like the homestead shelter like in like 2016 to 20. You know what I'm saying? When we was working at the air base, it's not like how shit is now with like ICE and all this type of crazy shit. This shit was like they literally trying to get the kids from fucking to connect. There's a company called CSC, and CSC was a company that was trying to connect the children that came from South America to, if there's family in the States, they was trying to connect them there. If not, they'll try to connect them back to family back. I don't know the specificness of this, but anyone that was living down south probably had a job at the airbase at the time. Everybody was working there because that was like another Alorica. It was like, oh, what? This is more money. They ain't tripping. You pick what you going housekeeping. You doing fucking medical. This person. Everybody's in that bitch. But anyways, they got one of the first big was to get the housekeeping contract, and that should turn into a bunch of other stuff. But I don't know if I have because I see the work that it entails as well. Meaning, it's not like, all right, let's say you got a security company, and granted, there's a whole bunch of fucking back end stuff and paperwork and documents and all this type of shit that you gotta fucking do before you even get to the point where you looking for you bidding for contracts and shit. But so you got a security company. If you're the owner, you're not necessarily working in security, but you have to be on top of everything. You got to make sure that whoever you getting contract, because again, I didn't realize how this shit worked, but it's like, all right, we're gonna pay you $100,000 a year for security. We need 3 people here for fucking. I know it's like a small number, but I'm just 200,000, whatever. We need 3 people here. You're gonna need 3 staff, 1 security in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at night, whatever. Blah blah blah. And then the company pays you, and you then from the funding that you get from the contract is where you pay your employees, where you pay for fucking the clothes, whatever the case may be. But, and I think this is what government, again, I'm for sure, this is me speaking from a rookie, novice, whatever level. I'm talking about this as a seed to, like, if anyone taps in, you look into this and shit, help me, because I don't know. Um, but a lot of times, like if especially with a government contract, you're not gonna get that first check till like the first 3 months in, right? So that's where people end up having to take a loan out to 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 be able to payroll and do everything until that first check comes in, and then that's how the whole process and shit works. Or how I've seen it from the like the back end and stuff like that. But I don't know if I have the patience or the discipline to like, because you have to, unless you already have like an ecosystem that you've created, you gotta be really hands on and make sure that everything is in order. So you're gonna be, once you turn into an owner, goddamn, or conduct a business at the high level, you're not fucking putting little things together or sitting in the computer typing stuff in. You're just making decisions all day. Hello, yeah. Oh, we gotta do this. I bet. All right, cool. Yeah, do this. And then it's constant. Cause I see like how they're always on the phone. They're always making decisions and being responsible. I'm like, damn, I don't know if I want all that. Like, I mean, it's great because they've amassed, and sacrifice for the kids and all that type of stuff, so they could, transgenerational wealth. But I don't know if I got the discipline to just, you know what I mean. So I really got to figure out what that looks like for me. I wish I could just, make my living off doing what I love doing, but I ain't that good yet. Yet this word. You know what? My first platinum album gonna be at 80. You gonna be like, damn, this man's still going. He ain't give up. That'll be my story. Yes, Amaury Love's last album at 80 years old. Call that bitch Old Man Logan. That's funny, bruh. That's funny, bruh. But yeah, man, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm just such in gratitude. I'm happy I get to do this too. A piece of me be feeling nervous when I talk. I'm like, damn, I'm finna hop on another pod. We do another one, and and thinking about the stuff that I be wanting to talk throughout the week too, which is interesting. Cause now I feel like I do a lot more sitting down and like reflecting, and then I'm like, alright, cool. This might be something I want to speak on or share, whatever the case may be. I do, and then there's a piece of me that wants to build this up so that way I could create something that once I'm in a space where like I could, hey bro, I could make a foundation to be able to, have my loved ones participate and it be able to benefit them in some capacity. Versus like, because everybody just be, my dogs tap in because they love me, bro. But you know what I'm saying? They're not obligated to shit, bro. Bro, I ain't hopping on the pod, bro. I gotta feed the kids. What are you talking about? Which is, so funny. Last thing, well, on some nerd shit. The Spider-Man brand new day, new trailer drop. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of shit happened this week, bro. Like, first of all, so dope because brand new day dropped. The trailer dropped on the 17th, which was on Kendrick's birthday. I'm like, oh, that's fucking gas. And then fucking and then oh man, it was just so like this week has just actually been very fruitful with fucking with just the shit that I fuck with. The Spider brand new day trailer is dope, and it's funny because they still not really revealing that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, and I think they not gonna say shit until goddamn the movie drops. Just like the Doomsday trailer, we not getting the Doomsday trailer to Spider-Man drop. I don't care what people hopeful thinking. I think that's why Marvel just leaking shit like, oh, I know y'all hungry. Look, we're gonna leak this shit, and this is free marketing. We don't gotta put millions of dollars into a market. We just throw a picture in a random algorithm. It's gonna fucking go crazy, and everybody's gonna be talking about Doomsday today. Every day there's a leak. But the brand new day trailer looks, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. I might be wrong. But if I'm right, I said it today on June 21st, 2026. I think Spider-Man got the symbiote. I'm completely convinced Spider-Man got the symbiote. There's no way. I'm not taking the Man Spider shit. If it was a Man Spider shit, somewhere in the trailer you would have seen him already with his arm, like the fucking. Because it would. Why would you turn him to the Man Spider at the end? You're not gonna have that midpoint where he got like 4 other arms. I mean. So I'm 100% convinced that it's Venom, and this is what I think is gonna happen, right? This is me. If I was in the writing room, if I was just thinking, me being a Spider-Man fan and all that type of shit, right? I think that the the symbiotes bit in Peter, or at some point in between that gap between No Way Home up until because there's like a 5 year jump or some shit like that, right? The symbiote's been dormant in Peter. This is what I think, right? So, someone else had pointed this out as well, that like apparently Jean Grey, the Sadie Sink's character, her mind control doesn't work on Peter, and it can't be the spider sense. Spider sense is just like a way to detect some shit, not some psychic whatever. So I think the symbiote is protecting, is like is creating a mental block of why Sadie Sink's character is not affecting Spider-Man, right? So what I think, at some point in the movie, when Peter like loses it or whatever, I think that's when the symbiote is gonna like pop out. Think about fucking in the Spider-Man 2 video game, he loses. Something happens where he loses the symbiote, but his blood cells created like the fucking anti-venom shit. So there's a part where he's getting jumped, and then all of a sudden like the fucking anti-venom suit comes out, and it's like, whoa. So I think that's gonna be one of them moments in the movie toward the end. I hope, bro. I hope. Like, don't, cause ain't no, you know what? It'll be, cause like they saying too, like the rumor is that Spider-Man died at the end, and then the post-credit scene is the symbiote reviving him, like, and they creating the classic scene of him getting out the grave. But I don't want that. I would love like that in that last third action piece. It looked like he about to die, and the Venom suit come out, and he give us like 10 minutes of like Spider-Man in the Venom suit whooping ass, and then you end the movie, kill him after that. Dr. Doom comes to come with me. I am goddamn Tony's, whatever. However they decide to end the movie. But if it was me, I'll do that. And then in Secret Wars, because they were talking about some Spider Island shit. I don't know if y'all familiar with that, but I guess in the comics there's a I don't know if it's the Battle War or whatever, but New York City becomes Spider Island or some shit, and it's just a bunch of multiverse shit happening. So what they should do is they should pick up that story with Noel and have Noel in control of Spider Island with a bunch of symbiotes, and they'll give an excuse, because Secret War's gonna have everything anyway. Might as well have the symbiote versions of your favorite heroes, and they gotta and Spider-Man's all fucked up with the Venom suit, so they gotta go save him. I don't know. I don't even know what Secret Wars. Doomsday look already so crazy that I don't know what Secret Wars look like right now, bruh. I swear. Hold on, my bad. I really don't know what Secret Wars look like, but I can't wait. I'm excited. I think Spider-Man gonna be fire. Doomsday's gonna be lit, and I do think Secret Wars probably gonna be split into 2 films. I'm more than confident of that. I don't know how that shit work, but this shit gonna be gas. They going for it. 2026 is the year, bruh. Oh my god, you know what? The cherry on top of the year, Dot drop this year. Oh my god, it's the best year ever. I promise. If Dot drop another, I'll keep magic, cause like, you know how like even though it's not true, Kendrick doesn't take long between albums. Like everything, his album's been very actually consistent. And then people will not count, like, they curated the Black Panther soundtrack and, Entitled Unmastered and all that type of stuff, or whatever, right? But if Dot dropped this year, and it'll be so dope, because, like, I think, like, GNX dropped at the top of, like, 2024, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of 2024. So that would be so fire, bro. That'd be so fire, bro. If Kendrick dropped. Best year 2026, bro. Because I feel like Jay-Z go drop some shit. And I can't wait. You know what I really appreciated about YG's album too? He had a lot of features, and the features sounded fucking great. Like, goddamn, I think track 2 is OMG, and fucking Pusha T's on that bitch. This man said something about some electric Rolls Royce. I said, what? Oh my god, listen to Pusha T rap is like listening to like Louis or something. Like, and I mean that in a sense, like, it's luxury rap, bro. This shit, like, you know what I'm saying? You eat this shit with a gold spoon and a gold plate. Like, it's his verse was so fucking good. But I'm like, that song was great too. On totality. And I think, like, I ain't gonna lie, I love that. I'm going back to this because I'm really fresh off of listening to the album from front to back, and I was just so impressed. Like YG so versatile as well. Like he was really storytelling on that bitch, bro. So I'm just like, damn, that shit was ill, bro. That's definitely something I'm revisiting. I'm already biased to like the first. Nah, it wasn't even the first thing they dropped. But anyways, yeah, bro. 2026, bro. 2026 is great, bro. I think a lot of great things will happen, even though it's fucked up because like I try to keep, spread. Like I guess my superpower is putting light on the cool dope shit, but it's also shit is kind of fucked up, and it's crazy because it's interesting now for me first because now that I jumped out of the social media algorithm shit, I'm only being exposed to what my YouTube algorithm is telling me, or what I'm putting into the circulation and stuff. So I don't know. If you're not tapped into certain things, it's gonna be hard to keep up, right? Because even with the news and what's going on in the world and shit like that, like what the fuck is going on with Iran right now? Are we, what I'm saying? Are they beefing? Did Trump really get some every week is a new negotiation, and then some shit getting blown up, and then it's crazy because I don't know nothing about nothing. And thank God to the people that are leading and being real leaders and addressing certain things. So like people like myself could actually tap in and learn and whatever. Hopefully do some shit with this information. Cause it sucks. Right now I feel like, damn, I gotta get my money right. Like, in life, that's what I'm about. I gotta get my money right, bro. There ain't no excuse, bro. You're a grown ass man, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know why God ain't give you no kids or wife? You know why? Cause your stupid ass been just chasing a dream and being a big ass child about it and not manning up and then doing what you want to do. And I'm not making an excuse. I'm just giving the reality of my faulty thinking and actions. So now that's kind of like, I bet. And that's why I'm grateful I can still do pod, be creative this way, kind of like talk to y'all. And get better as time go, cause shit, I know my uncle like, what, you gonna just talk there about nothing? Your ideas, just let me. I'm figuring it out. Like better better this than not do it at all. And by myself, it'd be different, right? Like hostess, what I'm saying, or some, being able to bounce ideas off some, which that'll come with time. And stuff. But I am excited for whatever's to come, and just preparing, man. Just preparing and trying to be better. Cause I was watching something earlier too, and it said like the two things you can't do nothing about is yesterday and tomorrow. What are you gonna do today? And I really try to like really apply that in real time. That's why sometimes even when I park inspiration, like, oh, I gotta rap, bro. I'm like, nah, it's not a part of the plan right now, bro. Chill, bro. Chill. You drop the tape, you drop fucking bunch of freestyles, okay. And there's a bunch of other people out here that are really going crazy that deserve that shit way more right now. Your ass need to learn. There's aspects of shit that I've been wanting to do that I still haven't mastered. But, and also the pod is a way for me to express myself. Because, bro, I don't get to talk like me all day. I mean, I do, but then it's like, I don't get it. Like, this girl just gave me her number. And, it's funny, she was all cute. She's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, you single? Yeah. She wrote a fucking number on my fucking arm and shit. She get to text me, and I'm like, fuck, bro, I gotta throw this bitch on ChatGPT and text back. So when I do that, ChatGPT, they ain't for the word. Like, again, if I'm texting somebody normally, just even the way I text gonna kind of, you'll see to a certain extent like who I am and how I am by the verbiage I use, right? But in Spanish, I don't got none of that because I don't know, and not that I can read in Spanish, but it feels like I'm in third grade trying to read. Esto es el perro. Like I don't. It's not fluent like that. So Shorty gave it a number, and I'm just like, and I'm texting back to copy paste some shit. She never texts me back. I'm like, damn, I know this shit look ugly, bruh. No, this shit look ugly. Um, damn, that was a point for me bringing that up too. My bad, bro. Um, but yeah, life is just funny, man. But anyway, I really just want to say thank you to everyone that's been tapped in. Again, like with the tape, I got some things that I'm gonna be doing, probably like releasing some, like cool way for me to do like a lyric breakdown, but just in my way, and kind of still maintain the visual identity of what I've kind of released already. Um, because that's something I wasn't even thinking about before dropping the tape, and then I see something ill like there's like there's so many examples of fire shit. Um, oh my god, Rhapsody's video for God Got an Afro is so fucking good, bruh. So fucking dope, bro. I love Rhapsody, bruh. That song goes crazy. God's got an afro. God's got an afro. Tick, tick, tick. Yo, she be going crazy. Um, and obviously the content and the content, like even the visuals and like the mask he was wearing, and she was so fucking awesome, bro. It's a really good video. Um, yeah, dog. I guess we gonna wrap this up. Damn, I feel like I caught a hold this episode. Even though there's some dope shit I addressed, but I'm like, bro, it's funny because like through the week now I'm getting nervous. Like, fuck, what I'm talking about? I need to, you know what I mean? And I know I can talk my ass off because everyone that's close to me just, oh, you talk so much. It's man. But man, but I just want to say I'm in gratitude. Thank you to everyone that's been tapped into any of these aspects. I'm saying, like I said, music. Well, I ain't getting no freestyle for a long ass time. Sorry. And one thing that I thought was super dope, and I want to share this because a piece of this with the podcast feels like I'm like also like it's like I'm journaling with my words. So a piece of me is like, yeah, I like that I get to say this date here, this time, as natural as possible, whatever. So because I was listening to Charlemagne, I think the last episode, Brilliant Idiots, and like, which I kind of knew already, but I almost forgot. I guess he's releasing a comic book called Illuminati. There's like 5 issues with it. I don't know if it's out yet or if it's coming out or whatever. And I was like, damn, that's so dope. Cause cause I've always wanted to make a comic book, and I have a story that I've worked on in and out for a long time. Like, and I always tell myself when I'm 40, that's when I'm gonna start working on a comic book. But then like me, like falling in love with Audible and like especially the fiction. Well, I don't even want to say I'm a fan of the fiction books on Audible because honestly I've only listened to the 3 Star Wars books I shared with y'all, like the Heir to the Empire trilogy, right? And then I listened to 1984, which is a crazy. I don't know if it's a book that turned into a movie, and then they have an audio book, and it's dope. But Andrew Garfield, who played the Amazing Spider-Man, he's the main character in the audio book on Audible. That shit is gas, bro. Cause I got put on to 1984 because of the game Metal Gear Solid 5. I probably heard about it before too. Like I watched like Cinemassacre, which is like the dude does the Angry Video Game Nerd, but his website he had like old videos of like classic movies and shit. So I used to watch like his breakdowns and stuff. And I know 1984 is one of them on his website. But but in Metal Gear Solid 5, when I was learning about the game before it came out and after it came out, 1984 was such a big fucking influence because it had, think of like there's an organization called Big Brother, so think of them as the Illuminati, right? And then they have like think police and shit. So if you say certain things or do certain things, that you could fucking they'll arrest you or die or whatever the case may be. It's crazy. The book is crazy, bro. Right? And then oh man, I want to like y'all gotta tap in. If y'all fuck with like suspense, like cause again like I know like the long form art. Like for me being a 9 to 5 motherfucker, I get to listen. So I whatever, bro. When I tell you that shit is so fucking good, and the way again like just like the Star Wars books, it's voice acted. So it's voice acted with sounds and like it takes you there. It's that's a really fucking great book. And I know right now I'm thinking, what the fuck was I talking about before this? Before I brought this up, yo, random sporadic ass. Um, but yeah, those are the only two audiobooks that I've listened to that are like fantasy type shit, right? So I was wondering, like, man, instead of making this a comic book, what if I turned it into like a fucking like an audio book? Cause they'll, but this is where my conflict lies, right? Because there's an artistry to making a visual medium with comics, because you could be detailed with like how the characters look and like whatever. In a book, um, you have so much more range of like to tell a story. But I don't, I've never wrote nothing that like even now. I'm probably like 20 or 30 pages in, cause I was writing the comic book, but I like the way that I'm writing it is in like a script format, cause I'm still in debating like, all right, do I turn this into like a script, or I'm fucking or do I take this and like use this script as a way to have a blueprint, so if I draw it, um, which I'm not, I'm like novice drawer. I could draw a little bit, but I don't think I'm that great. But I have like, but I also think like, damn, maybe the audio story, because I don't know, I'm not that ambitious to be a damn director. I feel like that's so much responsibility. You gotta think about everything. What camera am I using? Who are you hiring for the lights? What set locations are we gonna get? Or who's acting in this? Who can we? There's so much. And doing my previous project with WVR the Stoic, man, like I had so much fun doing the skits and like, oh man, wait, let me see something. Oh, y'all could hear y'all could hear the fucking the bloopers. I had so much fun doing that. But you know what I'm saying. But I like, but to make a story, to get like real voice actors, and to produce it so it could sound raw as fuck, like you in like making like a thriller action audio fucking film, but have it deep and suspenseful like a Hideo Kojima fucking story. That should be fucking me up, cause like the homies, they be wanting to play these little bullshit ass games. Yeah, it's a cooking simulator. I don't want to cook on a fucking video game, bro. I'm trying to jump into a story that, what? I've been protecting her the whole game. She died. Oh no! I'm getting my revenge on the boss character. I'm trying to be immersed in that way. But that's what I want to do with the story that I'm creating, or whatever the case may be. Um, and it's funny because my oldest thought of like the seed of that. I was a kid, and I had like a Samurai Jack action figure and a Shredder action figure, and I just thought about these two characters in a tournament, and then I turned into some whole other shit, and I just parked it for years. But now with like the stuff that I really love and kind of tapped into, and like even on some like, I don't know, bro. I just think I could write some fire shit. Um, but I'm still debating on, do I make this a book first? Do I? Well, it would have to be a book first to make it an audio book. That's the only way. Um, or do I just go straight to making it an actual comic? Um, but I still gotta do shit. I gotta like draw the characters out. Like do, because as a comic, a comic's like what, 18 pages, 20 pages. Um, and because like, I've been writing it like, I don't have the ending, and that's what makes it difficult. Cause that's gonna gauge how much of story you put. Cause even, damn, I wish I could go into detail. Cause it's a fucking fire ass like concept, and I love the characters, and I'm kind of using my favorite things of all time and like blending it together. But it's still in a way where she, like Star Wars. Star Wars, like I remember, again, someone I fuck with on YouTube, the Angry Video Game Nerd, he was saying how he didn't fuck with Star Wars when he was in film school. He thought Star Wars is disgusting. Like this, they just took every he took every fucking generic cinema cliche and slapped it all together. And like, because Star Wars is actually, that's what Star Wars is so effective. Star Wars is a classic good versus evil story. You have the classic old man young mentor. You have fucking, you know, like the damsel in distress, but then the damsel, that's not really damsel in distress. She's a princess. That kick ass. And then you got like the like it, you know, you got the samurai influence of like the Jedi with the lightsabers and shit like that. And you have the old Western influence of like Han Solo and just like the whole, you know, like it took a lot of, you know, the Flash Gordon and even the way that the episodes of Wall Crawl and shit like that. It took all these things and like put it together and made its own thing. And now when you talk about Star Wars, you don't even, well, I mean, of course, the people that know, but like it's not apparent. You get what I'm saying? I think great albums are made that way as well. Great music is made that way because everybody's influenced by something. Nothing new is under the sun. So when you take the things that you love and put it together and make something new, not only do you, that's the purest thing that you're gonna make, but you also honor the people that influenced you. You know what I mean? That's why I stay trying to give credit. And I know like someone, my ex was actually telling me, she's like, you explain yourself too much. You who cares what people think? I was like, I want to be understood. But then it's like, why? Like, who the fuck care? Like, what? How does that really affect my? It's really because I want to make sure I'm throwing good energy out into the universe, and I want to be whoever experienced me. I want you to be positively expected by experiencing me. And if you negatively affected by experiencing me, I don't know why. Like, wait, what the fuck? Nah, hey, hold up, man. Let's change the energy. Like, cause I don't want to. You know what I mean? I don't even want that on my spirit, man. I'm trying to have my heart weight on the feather and be light. It's a metaphor. It's supposed to be how heavy your spirit is. But yeah, I think that. So, anyways, I say that to say that like the story that I'm making, or I've been working off of quite a bit, just in and out though. It hasn't been something I'm like every day. I think that's something I might lean into more. But it's interesting, like, cause I love rapping. Like, I love writing raps, right? I love it. I feel like now, especially now, because I feel like I'm good. Before, it was, oh man, I wish, you know what? Let's see how far back I go with my notes on my iPhone, bro. This ugly ass raps by, bro. I used to be not that great. Like, I have moments where I was like, oh. Like, I have a song called Gotta Believe on their live, too. I feel like that was one of those moments where I was like, hey, you kind of got something there, bro. Oh no, let's go back to 2019. It's funny because there's like ideas. Like, look, this is from 2019. Intro, The Nerd Strike Back. Track 2, Time. Go To Beat. Track 6, Indecisive Leader. Track 7, Amaury Raw. Amaury Raw sound hard though. Ooh, I think I found my alias. Revive. That's it. We heard it today, folks. Now it's not Amaury Love no more. It's Amaury Raw. That's hard as fuck. That's hard as fuck. Oh shit! I might even play it. Look, this is from 2019. I can't even see this. Amaury Raw is crazy, bro. See the whole of that date. I want y'all to think I'm capping. Actually, it's because my other emails are not associated to this note. It's funny when I look at my older when I look at my older raps and shit like that, I think of like, I'm like, bro, first of all, you acting like you fucking everything. Nope, no, you not. You was wiped the fuck up. Then you talk about, you know, a 4-month period where you had it just going on. You stress that bitch out. What the fuck? I have a lot of like 2-bar ideas and shit. I get my discipline on writing it, like, cause I
I've shared this before, but I guess whoever's experienced this pod for the first time, y'all could hear me now. When I first started writing, I when I first like, all right, I gotta commit to this shit. I was trying to do the Jay-Z shit of like memorize. The moment I read Decode It, I was like, oh, hold on, this is what the greatest does. I gotta do what the greatest does. But it was so time consuming for me to memorize. Like I literally be for hours. Just like I remember at this point, we had moved to my parents that came back from Puerto Rico was living in the warehouse temporarily. They came up with some money on some lucky shit. They went to the fucking casino and cashed out like 5 racks. Like, hey, oh my god, we got to dump in for the crib. Bro, it's a wild, random fucking Thanksgiving day. This shit happened, right? So we ended up moving to like this like it was in Florida City, and it's like this. It's a trailer type thing. And it's really old people supposed to be there, but you know, figure some shit out. We ain't living there no more, so we good. But in the little side of the little house, the little area where, you know what I'm saying, I'll just be walking back and forth, just reciting, like, because I'll say, once I get the first two lines in my head, I think that's when I can kind of like, the beginning's always the most important to me. How I come on the track pause is always the most important to me, right? Because that's going to set the temperature for the rest of the verse. So those first two lines is I'll be fixed. Like sometimes the rap could just flow right after, but I'm very fixated on the first two lines when I'm making music. So I'll once I had the two lines in my head, then it's kind of like building it, and then it's like da na 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 da na 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 na. All right, now I got this committed to memory. Then we add to the next line, and then all right, now you say it over and over again. Then it's like it's weird. It's like starting from the beginning and adding a little piece at the end, and rapping the beginning from the beginning, rapping piece at the end. Then once I'm like 8 bars in, I might forget bar 3, and then like, oh, hold on, I gotta switch this shit up. Bruh, it was such a long process, but it was all with the intention of like, all right, when I go record at Travis' house tomorrow, or I go to goddamn Shim studio, or if I go to goddamn wherever, I'm gonna do this verse in one take. Mind you, now it's like, bruh, you should have been making sure you know what I'm saying, like everything, because I think you can, like, obviously Jay-Z's in one take, I'm sure Kendrick in one take, all the people. I'm now so fixated on like, I want like I think of how, not what I'm saying, but how I want to say it, and like the textures of my vocals. Like, am I gonna, because there's so many different ways you could approach going at it, and I've kind of been like sharpening my sword in different ways or whatnot. But yeah, so like back then it was like, all right, bro, I got a one take, but it took longer for me to make my raps, right? And then during 111 is when I started writing. Like I'll write in my notes, and like I'll write the idea, or I'll probably start it in my notes, and then I'll be piecing it together as as I go. And then Revenge of the Nerve was that album that I actually like fucking punched in, but it was interesting way because I kind of, it's funny, I went from like rapping like Jay-Z's approach, and then the transition to how Wayne does it. But what was dope about it is, it's like as I'm punching it in, by the time I get to the end of the verse, I've already got it committed to memory. So then I'll erase the whole fucking take and then try to one take it and then just do that shit over and over and over again until it sounded good. Now I kind of appreciate being able to be strategic with like how I'm saying things in certain spaces, and like, because it's just, there's so many ways to be creative. And it's funny because like I remember I used to hear NBA YoungBoy, and like his flow would like change out of nowhere. Like he'd be like, no, bitch, it's almost random. But now it's like, yo, he's such a genius. Like he's such a genius because he know musically, he's know what he's doing with his voice. It's funny, right? It's Father's Day. Shout out to my dad, right? I can't sing for nothing, and which is crazy because my dad is a singer. Like my dad can play every instrument. He played. I think his favorite instrument is a trumpet. But he down the line, if it music, so he could music it. That was whack motherfucking verbiage, but I don't know. So and he could sing, right? So I'm this is recent. This is probably like a year ago, some shit like that. I'm like, Dad, let me ask you a question, man, because I know you've been doing music since you was 14 years old. You 76 now, or he'll be 76 this year. He's 75. It's funny because my parents, I recognize that I was spoiled as a child, and not because we had it, is because my parents were older when they had me. So my parents low key feel like grandparents. Cause look, my dad, I'm 36 right now. My mom is 76 and my dad is 75. They're 10 years apart. My mama had me when I was 30. So by the time I was 10, my mom was 40, and my dad was 50. And by the time I'm 20, my dad is 60. My mom is 50. Right? So they're really kind of, you know what I mean, grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like my auntie is more so like my godmom is. She kind of a little more on me like my mama. Um. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So I'm talking to my dad, and I'm like, Dad, like, can you give me some advice at singing? This motherfucker told me nothing and everything at the same time. He like, just gotta sing in your range. He didn't say what they said in Spanish. He said, damn, cantando tu, whatever he said. And I'm just like, bro, you ain't tell me nothing. What you tweet? I'm thinking I'm gonna get some like ill ass fucking like, well, you know, you can get some lime water and put this in the water and drink it, and then your vocal cords clear up, and then make sure you do this from the steam. Man, he told me, man, you just gotta be in your range. And I was sitting there like, bro, he ain't tell me nothing. But I thought about it. I'm like, oh no, that's true. So I use that in my raps now, like where I emphasize certain words or like I re-listened to when I rapped on DMX song, the stop being greedy. You tell me, okay, bro, give it to the needy. Struggling, but fuck it, I'ma always keep my balance. When I said struggling, I kind of emphasized that. It almost sounded like how it sounded on that Tupac album for Strictly for My Niggas. Struggling, you know what I'm talking about? Man, damn. If we go get flagged, we get flagged for Tupac. Fuck that. Hold on. And try to pull me over and I laugh. Remember Rodney King? Blast on his punk ass. Oh my god, Strictly for My Niggas is a fire ass album. What song is it? Now holla if you hear me. Damn, is it Poxney? No. Is it Point the Fink? No. Ah man. I forgot what oh shit, I remember Five Deadly Venoms.
We go platinum, nigga. We go platinum. Give me room, can I catch it?
Nah. Wait, is it this? No.
You got my room, can I catch it? Smoking cricket and a Vic that's trying to keep them getting blasted.
Nah. Okay, okay, hold on. I don't want to get in trouble, bro. It was funny. My only album I ever bought like on the iTunes library was Strictly for My Niggas. But anyways, the part I was like struggling, but fuck it, I'ma always keep my balance. When I said it, it made me think of it's one of these songs in the fucking album. Once I learned the universe became a magnet, common transactions. Oh, hold on. I gotta get mine. Young 35 for losing my time. I know it's not the truth because of books that I read or the knowledge I acquired. Think it's quite what it seems. Social media, distraction, lying for attention. But how the else in social world that I'm rapping? Nope. You don't catch me dancing for notes. I'm a leader of the new school. Rhymes on my bus. See my rapping point with rapping. Fixated on the classic, believe in this shit, and I ain't letting up or snapping. Yep, in my white tee, I know they hate to like me. And I ain't even tripping on you on this, baby. Now I'm in my back again, back to double down. Nothing Alamo, hear the flow. Here's a golly sound. I ain't even know I've been him since the hand me downs. Guess it makes sense when my exes always stay around. Up being great. Oh my god, I love the I love all the freestyles that I did this year. I ain't gonna lie. I really had I really was just trying to pen the most fire fucking verse I can and be in my truth as much as possible. And that shit really helped me skill wise. And I still feel like I could do way better. But and I'm still penning too. Now I'm just like, bro, you don't got, cause you know, and this is just how I function. When I'm doing something, I'm trying to do it and get it complete. I don't like doing something and then stopping and then moving on to something else and letting it wait, because it's just gonna wait there, bro. Like that's why I got a bunch of songs that are just once I stop working on it and going to the next idea, I'm fixated on the next idea. So it's hard. I'm learning how to be patient and all right, let's make stuff, make it collective, be organized, and then revisit shit like that. But I feel like I got to get it done. So I'm learning how to find that balance, because I don't necessarily think it's the best way to approach it, but I know that's how I operate. So I gotta learn how to, be a little more patient. Like when I listen to J. Cole's Inevitable, I didn't know that, like, is it Wet Dreams? No. It's nothing but the first time she was in my man. Like, he been had that in the pocket. Like, he had that song. I don't know if the recording was from way back then, but that's a song that he had in like the stash. And when I look back, I probably do got a lot of like especially more so my computer than my phone, cause I do have like, yeah, bro, I got fucking raps for fucking days and shit. But also my notes this is a combination of full verses and like ideas and shit like that. It's not necessarily fucking like, oh, I got 300 raps here that no one's ever heard. No. If I penned it, that shit gotta be heard. So a lot of those freestyles, the moment I finish writing it, I'm going to record it. The moment I record it, I'm doing this little mix, and after I mix it and downloading that bitch and emailing it to my phone and putting that bitch on PixArt and whatever, cropping, doing whatever I gotta do, I'm dropping that shit. But that's not the best way to go about this. Like, I want to have records and songs that are considered songs, and an album that's considered an album that's cohesive, that sounds good production-wise, word-wise, visually, all this type of shit. And there's so much parts I like, and the idea is probably good. Like, and the execution might be pretty straight. I love WVR the Stoke Man, bro. I think it's great. However, like, obviously, there's a lot of examples of greatness. You know what I'm saying? So it's my job to recognize that and take note. Like, all right, cool, bro. I know you think you're good, but you still got a lot to go. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Vibe, get your money right, do what you gotta do so you can invest in yourself properly and create that financial freedom that you want, and then just work on your shit, bro. And hopefully eventually someone really love the shit. Not then, you know what I mean? Whatever. You pass it to, hey, look, this is what your dad did, alright? I ain't become shit, but shit, maybe it's for you. Take all these jewels and stuff. Let me go clock in at work because I ain't get my life together. I was saying, oh no, I don't need that, bro. I gotta honor my daddy, bro. His job was come here to the States, figure this shit out. Now I gotta create the wealth. Which is crazy. My old boy literally survived in Miami off of straight music. It's not until later on, until like I guess my uncle started having working with him and shit like that. That's a whole nother subject. I don't want to talk about that. But just straight off of music, bro. I was like, that shit. I don't know how that look like for me, cause I know damn well. The hell? These motherfuckers be clowning on the group chat. I miss my dogs, bro. I ain't talked to these motherfuckers in a minute, cause life been life, man. This motherfucker. Yo, what's happening, bro?
What's poppin', broski?
Man, nothing on the pod, man. What you on, bro?
I'm boy old folk. Yo.
What's happening, my boy? That's crazy. I was just saying I miss y'all. I ain't talked to y'all in a minute. Okay, that's the medical gang sign.
Yeah.
That boy.
What's up, man? I gotta go fish ten upstairs. Hey, nigga, I was tripping. I thought my water was cutting off, boy. I knocked off the damn set-off valve of my shit.
Hey, Fat, I'm on a pod, by the way. Don't say just. I don't know if you for context. It's still daytime over there.
Nigga, Jose living in Bermuda.
The Bermuda? Nah. What time is it? Is 8 o'clock over there?
They got the new metas out. Exclusive.
Yeah. Fat boy, you got a collection of goddamn digital glasses, ugly ass boys. I got the meta glasses. I got the computer glasses. Hey, Nick, he low-key flexing on you though, cause he got the new ones. He like, hey, this is 3.0.
It's the Oakley. It's not new ones.
Those are Oakleys?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I gotta get mine. I'm gonna eventually get it. I gotta get the shit with the medicine in it.
A medicine.
You know the lens, bro. That's how they used to call it back in the day, bro. That's not.
That is what niggas used to call that shit back in the day, though.
There ain't no goddamn. It's a lens. It's the
Prescription. Your shit medicated.
for real. The fuck.
Nigga drop some Tylenol in that bitch. That what the nigga sound like.
Nah, bruh. I know, right? That's, oh, let me turn this shit up a little bit. Nah. Why y'all call? You should call an hour earlier, bruh. I'm like 2 hours in the pod. That boy struggling to talk about shit.
2 hours is crazy, nigga.
Nice.
Huh? Hop your ass on Dota, nigga.
Oh, so we playing Dota? I cleaned up the space on my computer, bruh.
No sir. Hey, y'all saw my little watermelon?
Nah, hold on. I ain't. Yo, watermelon is classic. That is gay. I don't want to see a watermelon.
Look at this shit, fool.
That's crazy, bruh. It's you got a good ass camera. Cause why the fuck do I see the inside of your nails, ugly ass boy? You see the goddamn picture, Dick? Look. Cause I didn't realize how small the watermelon is until I noticed like that's a motherfucking fingers, bro. Pause.
How that game? I don't know how this game.
Cause it's in between his fingers.
That shit is a little ass watermelon though.
I know, bro. Wait, so it's growing?
Yeah, it comes off the flower. This is right here. It's a plant right here. I got another one. This is somewhere. Now I got cucumbers growing too. I got a spider web out there. That's what Rissa call it. Look, you see these little cucumbers right here too? Look.
Yeah.
These are cucumbers.
Cute. That boy really growing plants, bro. That's so fire.
Bro, look at all these tomatoes and bro, I got so much tomatoes, bro. I probably like over 40, bro. Peppers.
You might as well start a company, bro. Cause you know like the dude, the Badia dude, the dude that owned Badia, that nigga live it. Well, I don't know if he.
I always trying to get that nigga to start a company at LSC. Fight for your cut grass. Go make it LSC tomorrow.
Man, I'm just saying, y'all niggas be having so much goddamn.
You gonna save all your taxes too if you get one llama, nigga. Bro, chill, bro.
Bro, I'm just saying, bro.
Nigga trying to have me get a alpaca out here, boy.
Motherfuckers be so talented and intellectual and smart. I'm just saying, I see more. That's not more, but you get what I'm saying, bro. Shit, that boy got fat boy tomatoes, and then you can sell the seeds. You feel me?
I got ashwagandha. We got kale.
You got ashwagandha at growing?
Yeah, I got parsley, aloe vera. Bro, y'all already look at my time, Nick. What ashwagandha again? That nigga baby.
Is that kale?
Yeah.
That nigga just grab a handful of kale, put it on the plate. Like he just rip that bitch up.
Look at this shit. That boy go in the house.
Bro, he can literally rip a leaf off and put that bitch in a sandwich right now, bro.
And then cherry tomatoes, bro. Yeah, I got more there. Strawberries. Everything, fool.
Fat boy backyard gonna be straight garden, bro. It's over with, bro.
Bro, I should have did lanes. I should have said fucking did like 10 lanes out in the back, bro, and just did like a real farm, nigga.
Bro, how much space you have back there? Let me see.
Bro, it's actually no. So let me stand from this side, nigga. It's actually a good bit of space, fool, cause that's that side, and that's only like that's a lot of food over there already. I got back here. All this.
Is that your tree? Nigga, you need a fence, nigga.
These my trees too, but yeah, all this shit here, look, all this shit is mine, bro. That shit's only a small percentage of what I could use, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You need not a fence, cause you know it's actually dope, but like I can't differentiate like what's yours next to the.
On that hill, and then like this dip right here, and then all the way back there.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll give the neighbor that dip. Like, hey man, you can have that. Let me fuck the dip, bro. Pause, bro. I mean the dip. Giving the neighbor the dip is crazy, bro. Damn, bro.
All these is arugula. Listen, man.
Man, we in the wrong business, bro. Man, we need to start bagging arugula up.
Peep this shit. Bro, you know how much regulations come with all this shit, bro.
Yeah, that's
It's so
true.
crazy. You'll probably lose your mind trying to plant it a root. Let me go sell it. I'm like, nigga, you gonna
Bro,
get arrested.
you know what's wild that I heard, bro? Jazz's parents, they ended up getting a spot in Wynwood to open up one of the businesses, right? They had that shit for like a year, and because of regulation, bro, they couldn't do nothing with it. So they had to literally paying for that shit monthly, bro. But they couldn't, like, cause of, you know how that shit.
Hey, Nick, look at the strawberry, bro.
Strawberry is real life small, bro.
You see how red that motherfucker is too? It's just a whole bunch of ants right now on them.
Bro, why did you kill that straw? That shit wasn't even grown, bro.
No, I'm gonna use it for seeds. I have a whole bro. You ever see strawberry? You know strawberry got seeds on the outside, right?
Yeah.
Nigga, one of my strawberries was on it for so long that the seeds started sprouting. I said, what the fuck?
That boy in nature for real.
That boy nature's prophet.
Bro,
That nigga is nature's prophet, bruh. Ugly ass boy. Nature's prophet. Hey, Nick, you got that Viper wristwatch? I see you, bruh. Lime green.
Yeah. You the only one that bring up Dota.
It's because I know y'all niggas miss Dota, bruh. I don't understand why y'all denying, like, what y'all fuck with.
Nah, I don't think we do. Bro, it's been months since we played that shit, bro. I'm starting to. The only reason we get back on that shit is because of Carl, bro. That nigga's.
Nah, I ain't get back on that shit, bro.
That nigga Carl is addicted to comp, bro. That's all I be trying to tell you niggas, bro.
So let me ask that question.
We've been playing this farm game, nigga. This little farm game every now and then, nigga.
Oh,
And
by the
they
way,
got
happy
owls
Father's
and
Day, y'all
chicken.
boys. My bad.
I appreciate it.
Oh shit, I gotta call my old boy.
Oh, by the way, y'all niggas been dueling? Cat.
Niggas ain't trying to do, bro.
See, y'all be getting my hopes up for nothing. Motherfuckers be like, oh yeah, we about to duel.
I was doing it.
I'm waiting on Cam and wifey
Excuse
mode,
me.
so I'm finna Cam and wifey mode, bro. So I'm finna
Cam don't be trying to do nothing. Cam just be wanting shit. I want that Legion. I want the laptop. I want the computer.
Cameron
That nigga
finna,
be playing shit.
and you know Cameron Muslim now. He probably can't. It's probably against his religion to play Yu-Gi-Oh.
these cores have pigs on it.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't want to. I fuck with Islam, but
Bro, I never had a purple carrot, bro. I'm so excited for my shit to grow, bro.
you are the type of nigga to start ordering exotic. I want blue strawberries. No blue. I know your watermelon's yellow.
Nah,
on eggplant.
They're actually black diamond.
He want black eggplants.
Black eggplants.
Wow.
You making a what's that shit? Damn, bro, what's that shit, bro? That I remember we put up the Fat Boy. That's the first time I had it. That shit's so good, bro. It's like the bread shit with like the curry chicken. What's that shit called, bro?
Well, I mean,
Roti.
every 5 days, so.
Huh? Nigga, I eat every day, bro. Yo, I'm getting swole, bro. Y'all tripping. Just cause y'all hitting.
Beat the aloe vera, bro.
That bit look like a alien plant.
Aloe vera's actually really good for you, dog.
This is little son.
Do you name your plants?
Shit, where's about to start naming them? She be coming up with some clever ass names.
That's Clarence. That's Jacob.
These dinosaur kill, I'm mad because a little
Aloe vera plant.
hey, that's a whole TV show, bro. Like a cartoon. Like the plants is chilling in the backyard. Hey, what up, bro? Motherfucker, they Clarence back there. Next to arugula.
These are potato flowers, bro. I mean, my potatoes about to be due soon.
Nigga, them. With me soon. They're little ass. That's not potatoes, bro. Like popcorn.
Those are potatoes. Nigga, these are the flowers.
Oh, my bad.
So potatoes grow, and then when they about to drop, they grow flowers, and then you gotta wait 10 days. So when they die, then you go harvest it after like 10 days.
But isn't the potato like the root? Like, isn't it don't grow out the plant, right? Like that shit on the bottom.
Nah, it's all in that dirt right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Man, we about to get you a shirt that say green thumb, bro.
green thumb. And which
Green
makes
Giant.
the green giant is crazy. Isn't he the bag of the peas?
Yeah.
That nigga could do everything great in life. That nigga could be a millionaire tomorrow. That nigga's find a way to roast a nigga. I don't know how you roast a nigga by being a millionaire, but
Yeah.
y'all find a way.
You know, Nick a millionaire, he gonna have all $2 bills. I need to make sure all this money correct.
$2 bills is crazy.
Yeah, I remember
Bro,
someone
y'all
when I.
know y'all can take lavender and make purple lemonade. I made that shit the other day with like mint leaves and lemons. I took the lavender. The bees fuck with that shit, by the way. That shit help like keep them around because you know you need bees to help you pollinate, like because a lot of shit grow flowers like so.
So now you an avatar. You controlling animals and shit outside. All right, the bees over here.
Listen, I don't know, nigga,
But dog got bees in the trap.
Tell that man
I was
control that possum on his head.
Who?
Possum.
Yo, that's crazy. Why you do that to bro? The boy got a possum on his head.
who got a possum, nigga? What you trying?
That boy.
Oh, man, let me see that headline, man. Go ahead and put that up there, man.
Nah, I'm on a pod, bro. I'm on a pod, and my shit like, nah, bro.
Let me see
We
that
good.
tape.
Nah, look, just cause you got waves and shit, and you just cause your hairline still look 12, bro. Don't be over here fucking other people's hair. Don't worry, bro. I'm finna See, I heard Charlamagne the God talking about some hymns, and they got the little thing, the hair to
You want
so it can.
hymns? That nigga gay.
Bro, come on, bro.
That nigga want hymns.
Nah, he won't. He don't
That
want
nigga
him.
named
He
him.
won't go to court.
You want to this cat? Nigga, hymns.
Want hymns.
You stupid, bro. Yeah,
You know they gave me. I want hymns.
alright, bro. I've just been taking L's all week. It's okay, bro. Hey, let me ask you a question. Hey, I wanted to talk about this on the pod. And I'd rather ask y'all because I think it'll be more interesting. If you were to introduce someone to an anime, right? What would be the first anime and why?
It'd probably be not Naruto, not Dragon Ball Z, not One Piece. It can't be.
Hating on all my favorite shit. Go ahead. I'm scared.
No, it can't be because I feel like if you gonna introduce somebody that wants it, yeah, too long, and then you gotta like no, fuck no. You need something more concise like Full Metal Alchemist or like Demon Slayer or like even Death. I won't say Death Note. Yeah,
I think Death Note.
Too long.
I think Death Note would be my go-to. It's only 40 episodes.
I think Full Alchemist could be it, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
It depends on who I'm introducing. Like,
Yeah, that's
like, is this somebody that has been watching anime, or is it a chick? Like, is it a girl that like ain't never seen anime before? Like, I would have to give her like a 12 or 8 to 12 episoder, bro.
Yeah. My go-to is always like what you said makes sense about like it depends on who, right? But my go-to is always Death Note because I feel like it's suspenseful. It's not too long to where like, cause you know the first episode will do it for you, bro. The moment you see the cliffhanger ending, you like, hold on, what the fuck happens next? And then you pretty much hooked until that shit over with.
If it's a girl, I do Erase, which is a phenomenal anime that I think I should watch. Not long ago, and it's like psychological, but it's like it has like a little girl in it. It's cool. It's cool. It's dope. It's dope ass anime. I think it's on Netflix. And like I said, if it was a guy, I think Full Alchemist is a solid ass anime, bro.
Yeah.
That don't get brought up a lot. Yeah.
I've seen Full. Like, I just haven't watched it front and back, but I've seen it like episode. You know, they used to give it on Toonami and shit all the time. Same thing with what's the other one?
They got a little emotional. Like you gonna get emotional attached somewhat.
If it's the homie, like I'm like, hey, bro, he watch anime. Death Note for sure go to. But
Yeah, Death Note. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Death Note.
Something smooth, bro. Something smooth that's like easily digestible, but very, very popular, very good. It's popular for a reason. Like it's short. I ain't gonna put no.
I said Dragon Ball Z Diamond.
Nigga, I ain't finna yo, y'all really think I'm gonna say Dragon? It would be Death Note, but you know what? It depends. Like if someone want cause I think the greatest. I ain't gonna lie. One of the best short series I've ever seen was Gundam Blood Orphan. It still affects me because I hate it. Like I've never hated an anime, and I hate it for the right reasons. Like
Why you kill off these great characters? But it has the most beautiful ending. I won't spoil it for maybe 10 years from now, someone watching my podcast. But it has one of the most beautiful endings I ever seen. Cause like it took so much to get there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody died. Don't get too attached to any character, bro. They gone. That shit like Game of Thrones.
And that's why I feel like Demon Slayer is hard too, because literally Demon Slayer is not like your typical season anime. Nigga, every season is a movie. Literally, every season is a movie. So even though it's multiple seasons and all shit going on, it's still technically a movie, nigga. Season 1, like 12, like whatever episodes, like a movie. So,
Yeah, Demon Slayer. I gotta catch it. I haven't seen. The last time I seen Demon Slayer was I was in North Carolina. Cause we seen that first episode, they was jumping in the tower or some shit. Cause it was a premiere.
Shit's crazy, right? Shit crazy.
Nah, I gotta watch. Nick, you haven't watched Demon Slayer yet, right?
Nah, it kind of fell. Nah, not yet, but I will.
Bro, that's your shit, bro. You love motherfuckers dying under a cherry tree, bro. I'm telling you, love Demon Slayer, bro.
You know, like the underdogs.
It's not even that, bro. It's just sometimes like these days, animes they tend to feel so like
cliche,
repetitive, bro. And I respect the formula. It's just I can only watch a formula for so long. So like one of the last ones that I really fuck with was I really fuck with Chainsaw Man. It's very like it's very not your typical like main character, not your typical main protagonist that don't give up and fucking all that bullshit.
Nick, you were like Erase, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Bro.
I might
solid short. It's one.
Hey, I'm not proud of this, right? I'm not proud of this at all. But this is not too long ago. But I think it's funny, so I'll just share it. So I was in one of them little websites. You know how this shit do a little pop up. It'll take you to the little porn video game shit, right? Bro, shut up, bro. So I click on the website, bro. So I'm looking. I'm like, what kind of porn games they got in this bitch? Bro, they had one that was a fucking RPG. It was like an RPG, but it was with the characters of Chainsaw Man. So you playing with the main character, and I'm like, what? I got into it. I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
You got into it. It's a wild statement, my boy.
All right.
Is it lit?
Nah, it's not lit. It's like what you know how. All right. What's the best? Remember how Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force is on the PSP? Where like when you communicate with people, it show like the hallway, and then it show the person pop up, and you pick what you're talking about, or whatever. So you playing with the Chainsaw Man, and he's in the world with all the girls, and you trying to crack. And I'm like, who the fuck, man? Bro, someone sat there and made a fucking chainsaw porn RPG game, bro. I'm not proud of it. I'm just saying it popped up on the shit, and I clicked. I'm like, what? See.
My boy Killer had caught one when he had my Legion. I saw that bitch on his family share, Nick. Alright, what the hell? Who bought this?
He bought a porn game?
He said Killer on that bitch. I said,
well.
Wait, what happened?
No, when he had bought a Legion, I forgot to bring this up. I was gonna say to tell the boys that nigga Kevin had he had copped a little one of them little games, bro. Where's that? Gulf Street. I think he probably returned it or hit that bitch. But that man ain't no more.
Freaky ass nigga, bro. Hey, baby, you in there?
Listen. It's so much porn games on that shit. I took off because when I took off, they're hidden.
That shit was fat boy. It was really Nick, bro. It was like Nick. That shit was Nick, bro. He admitted right now. Hey, by the way, that was me, but
it tells you who's on.
It said on. Yeah, it said on. I can't see the real name I have, but Killer.
And that nigga Nick threw the camera under the bus. Like, I'm gonna put this shit on the Killer real quick. To.
But look,
that nigga just exposed him.
It's in a setting. Bro. So you can take it off because they're all hidden. I didn't know, but the only reason I took it off is because I was trying to find this one game, bro. And I couldn't find it. I was searching for that bit. Nigga, it's so much porn game. I'm talking about game.
I just realized. I thought you had the matte black metal Ray-Bans.
No.
Oh, I got the black ones.
I'm not in the club yet. I will be though. Don't worry.
Nah, look, in about 2-3 years, I'm gonna get the one you can see shit inside you.
Yeah, we gotta wait,
Freaky
bro,
with
till the
it.
technology get better. Cause right now that bitch is that shit trash. You gotta get
Yeah, I
that
ain't
shit.
gonna lie. You better all buying Apple Vision Pro. I saw a nigga in the gym working out with that shit. I was like, you bugging.
Nah,
That
he
nigga
wanna be a
curving.
cyborg, bro. I'm not trying. The that shit look like a face mask, bro.
But see,
Hey,
that's why
I
I got
fuck
these
around.
right here, bro. That's why I got my little babies right here. These, bro. These shit so clutch.
You technology, fat boy. I ain't gonna lie, fat. If the world were, if a zombie apocalypse were to happen, I know you're gonna survive. There's no doubt in my mind that you're gonna survive a zombie apocalypse. Cause you so practical. It's like, yeah, I know. I could build a house. I could build a computer. Just give me 3 rocks, a rope, some sage.
Hey, that nigga be chasing a frisbee that say hip hop on that bitch all day. That nigga be that nigga out here like, what's that dog name? Clifford, nigga.
Clifford, the big red dog. That's crazy. Well, T.I. Clifford too.
Clifford, the hip hop dog.
Hip hop with a moose. Damn you gave him Daisy one.
Hey, bro, listen, bro. Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo, is probably one of the best movies ever, bro.
Deuce Bigger. I ain't gonna lie, homie. That shit crazy. Wait, European Gigolo or the first one?
European Gigolo with Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin, yeah.
That's a
That nigga was
huge
so
bitch.
funny, bro.
Hey,
I'm
that's
so glad we went to see that nigga in person, bro. That shit was. Well, Jose, I wish you was there, bro. We laughed for the whole hour.
wait. When y'all niggas went to see Eddie Griffin?
Nigga is so funny, bro. I don't. Nah, it was Eddie Griffin. I was going to see Eddie Griffin live.
Initially, it was supposed to be Kevin Hart on it.
No, that was another time. Because this time I saw, I was like, hey, yo. And then I was like, we gotta go, bro. And I was like, we ended up going, bro. This shit was dumb hilarious, bro.
Damn. I wish I would have experienced that. That shit sound fun.
I
I seen some people though. I seen T.I. do stand up. T.I. shit was actually funny, bruh. T.I. a lot funnier than motherfuckers give him credit for. I was actually rolling in that bitch.
When I say everybody was laughing for the whole hour, bro, niggas, everybody was laughing at the Griffin shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah, Eddie Griffin is a goat, bruh. Hey, y'all watch his YouTube channel?
Like, like sometimes when people, I be watching Instagram shorts and like his little shit here and there, but like
He got a whole net. Well, I don't know if it's a network, but like he dropped every week, from my understanding. His shit be hilarious, bro. Cause he don't give a fuck.
Bro, y'all ain't ready for this gym games, bro. Y'all ain't ready.
For what?
Give me my 2 more months, bro. You gonna be like, who this is, bro?
I'm finna bet swollen than both of y'all, bro. That boy been going crazy,
Nah,
low
bro,
key.
I'm about to lift the whole machine up. One of the whole machine out there.
All right. Hey, Fabo, you gonna do martial arts or no?
Cameron, I don't even think Cameron is doing that. He used to be fighting, flipping niggas in his back. And then he's like, okay, I'm 173 today. I don't need to go to the gym. They gonna go down to 171. All right, I'm going to the gym for 1 week.
Cameron a whole different monster, bro. This man literally like this.
That nigga be tapping niggas out.
Y'all see that middle knuckle right there? That's that middle knuckle, man. I put it on a nigga jawbone.
All right, Muay Thai Nick.
You hit Mo Lee and then Cameron hit Mo Chan, nigga.
That's racist, bro. Hitmo Lee and Hitmo Chan. That's racist.
The baby,
the one that spin on his head.
he ain't evolved yet.
Hitmo top.
You see that's that knuckle you supposed to hit with. Bang, 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 bang. That shit done busted so much time.
Hey Nick, what was the illest hit you ever got in Muay Thai? Like, what was like a oh shit like?
I was sparring this dude. Coach was like, "Hey, like I want y'all to feel what it feel like to be in the ring." So he was like everybody make a circle. You feel me? Like I want y'all to feel it and like just so pretty much he's like, I want to show y'all the momentum of how it looks in the fight. So me and Brett started sparring, and coach is narrating as he goes. He's like, all right, because in fighting, when it comes to being judged, what they look at is they look at pressure, they look at ring control, meaning if somebody's backing up, a lot of times they're looking at a disadvantageous position.
Yeah.
So long story short, I tend to fight on my back foot sometimes because if you back up, you can see what's coming and you could counter a lot easier. So like if somebody throws a right punch at me, like let's say if they throw their right hand at me, I know a lot of times if they throw their right hand, I could counter with my left hand if I catch and counter or whatever. Anyway, so pretty much, bro, dude was backing up. I was trying to see, so he was leg kicking me. He was leg kicking me, and then I just kicked him one time on the thigh, and then I did this thing called a question mark kick where like I kicked him on the thigh, so he was expecting that kick on the thigh.
It's like a pump fake,
And I threw the kick at the thigh, and then I curved the kick around and slapped that nigga on the jaw, nigga. Bang! And then like
Sweet chin music, I don't want past the ox. Was it like that? Like,
yeah, and but I felt bad. So like, but yeah, I think it was that one. Or
I know that was a guilty ass, cause I know inside you like, damn, I hit that shit, but at the same time, like,
I felt bad. But I think another one. Like I said, I like to kind of back up and see where punches are coming from, and when punching, a lot of times same side, same punch. So if a nigga, so this dude threw his right hand at me, and I like just evaded that, and every time somebody
yeah.
throws their right hand, your left hand can connect if you time it right. If they're not disciplined enough, or they're not looking out for a punch and they just throw a punch, that's why they say when you punch somebody, bring it right back to your chin, cause that same side that you punch with, you're open at. So he threw that punch. I like moved quick and I left hooked his ass, and he like wobbled a little bit, and I was like, I think that was one of them. Um, I actually have a lot. I remember I hit a nigga. I didn't even hit him hard. Like I didn't even try. I like hit a nigga. I hit a nigga in the stomach, and he was like, "Whoa!" Like I wanted to drop him, but I could have dropped that nigga. Gang. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to hit him hard because, like I said, we're sparring. You don't want to hit somebody too hard. There's a lot. There's a lot of shit.
do you plan on
Sparring.
competing? Like, would you?
I do, man. Like the gym, those guys are they're seasoned now, bro. Like so, like man, I'm working. They doing that shit. So them dudes have won so much tournaments now. Like the guys that I've been in there with, they've won so much tournaments, and they're so good. They just like one of my boys in there. He just fought for like the world amateur belt against this dude that was gonna go pro. And I watched the fight with Cam the other night, and like they're fucking good. The thing about like Muay Thai,
No, I was just saying, I was watching like those short clips of Alex Pereira, like clinking the nigga, and he's like, yeah, that's 1%. The dude had to end up going to the hospital because like he just, and you could tell he not trying to kick the man, and he tapped this shit, bro. He went to he had to go to the hospital for that shit.
The
He got the right on task, bro. That nigga.
oh yeah. So the thing about Muay Thai, like Muay Thai is so interesting as far as like a fighting sport, like, and I think Muay Thai, kickboxing, I like them both. Yeah, bro, I want to compete. I just work so much, bro, and I'm a grown ass man now. But like,
Life, bruh.
like I said,
Fucking life, bruh.
life, dog, life. But you know, I ain't tripping. Like I said, I live through them dudes. Them dudes is so good. I'm so proud of them because they cool as shit, and like they gotten so much better. They be teaching me shit, like they be teaching me so much shit and like good shit. But I'm very defensively responsible. Like I try to be when it comes to like fighting. Like I try to be defensive first, like and see shit first, see shit coming first. You know.
Shit, that work on all levels. Bro, I was just playing. Oh, that boy got a call. Hey, Fat, I'm playing Final Fantasy Rebirth on goddamn.
On that, so I'm just gonna throw on a non-breathing.
I see Reaper got an update.
I'll be right behind
Bruh,
you.
Fat, bro, you gotta play, bro. You gotta play,
You know
bro.
by chance?
That shit is so good,
no
bro.
I barely been playing. I haven't been playing no Triple A's, to be honest with you.
I haven't been playing. Like, I've been playing recently because obviously, like, I was like, all right, I need to lock in, finish games I ain't finished that I just started.
Thanks so much.
But I'm playing Rebirth and hard right now. Man, I had to do a 1-on-1 with this character.
like, cause you know the game is an RPG, so you got a party, whatever. But they'll put you in positions where you only can play one character, and you got to do this one. And you know that shit don't give a fuck about no level, don't give a fuck about your ultimate weapon, don't give a fuck about none of that. And oh, what's up, mama? she, oh, she's adorable, bro.
You okay? Tell them you ran 2 miles. I girl ran 2 miles. She ran a mile, 18 minutes the other day.
Sheesh. That boy training, great father.
Yeah, we were down there, did like 2.5. Nigga, beat the physique. Nigga, we're gonna be out here kickboxing with niggas.
Fat sweat, he's swole now.
She is so big, bro.
I know, bro. Ain't it your turn, bro?
Arissa, like, Zane, like, shoulder. Like, almost, Zane getting tall, too.
But, huh?
Yeah, Zane getting tall. Zane.
And the fat boy living his best life. Just walking outside, looking at the plants he planted with his kids, with the brand new Oakley glasses, with the blue tint, so he's not affected by the internet.
No,
I'm trying to be like you when I grow up, bruh.
I ain't got a blue tint on these, boy.
Nick got the blue tint.
I had them on my Ray-Bans, my regular, on my Ray-Bans, I got them.
I got the blue tint.
I don't know. I'm talking shit.
Nah. Oh, there you go.
My Gucci glasses got the blue.
I like these. Arista, come on. I like these multi-shorts, these double shorts. Be wearing them shit every day.
Hey, when y'all go to the gym, y'all be
Shorts, bro.
when y'all go to the gym, y'all be having the fuck. Cause I be seeing like even at work, I be seeing people with the little, like they'll do the exercise pants or whatever, where it's like I don't know, bro, look like a fucking, like they'll wear it's almost like tights under their shorts. But I'm like, why would you do that? No, bro, it'd be like full leg shit.
Oh, you talking about like the Under Armour?
Yeah. What's the purpose of that? That just sound uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable, but I think a lot of it is for sweat, and then that's probably for look, bro. That shit don't do nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say niggas in Tour be wearing that shit. Niggas just be wearing that shit now.
Bro, at work, I be seeing the
If you doing
motherfuckers.
like a sport,
Yeah.
then yeah.
I be seeing motherfuckers at work with the full body shit and then the uniform on top of it.
Like I know the top part, if you sweat a lot, it's dry fit. So like it's not, you don't have to walk around and then like like when you sweat a lot, bro, like you can have like me, I had a little skin irritation because like I don't use all dry fit to work out with, and I sweat a lot, like so
Yeah.
like it irritates your skin. So when you wear those shit, it's polyester and like I think and it's like a different material.
That shit.
I think I don't know.
That's
I don't know what
that's
it
what
is.
they use it for. Yeah. It's just, that shit.
That
That's uncomfortable to me.
yeah, bro. Nah, I don't fuck with that shit. Like I want to be comfortable.
Shirt.
But they doing studies now. I don't know how true it is. They saying like polyester. They made a video and show you like what polyester is made from, and it's pretty much like a whole bunch of plastic that's like fabricated, like freaking like processed down and reformed into like strands to make the polyester material and shit.
You know these
They
white
said,
folks
like-
want to figure out how to make some money. All right, let's get this dirty plastic and turn it into clothes.
Yeah,
Put it
that
on a
shit ain't
t-shirt.
good, especially when you work out because like your pores get open. I don't know, like I ain't fact checking none of this shit, so don't quote me on this shit. But they were saying pretty much, you work out, your pores get open when all that plastic on top of your pores. And
Oh yeah,
all
it's
that
kind of
shit.
like having a water bottle. I mean, it's not the same thing, but it's just like if a water bottle is in the car and it's heated, the plastic melts into the water, and if you drink it, it's bad for you. So I would assume that that's the same thing with the polyester on your
Yeah.
skin. If you're sweating,
That's what they saying about all that shit. So, hey man.
you know, the more you learn about shit,
And
you
this
realize
boy,
nothing
you
good
don't
for you,
grow
bruh.
You don't grow your own cotton. Gotta grow your own everything. Grow your own, nigga. Get your own cows, nigga.
I ain't, you know, if I had to have my own farm, I'd be vegan in the month. I ain't killing none of them. The most I'll probably do is eggs, cause you ain't exist yet. It's just scrambled. You know, it is an egg. It's a single cell
They
organism.
said the best thing to do.
Wait, what?
What's up with that?
The best thing to do is to grow bunnies.
Them
Bunnies?
niggas, yeah, they get pregnant. Nigga, they have a baby like every almost 2 months, nigga.
You mean to eat the bunny?
Yeah, these niggas eat rabbits, boy. What
They
you talking
multiply
about?
so fast.
Bro, a lot of people eat rabbits, bro.
If you just eat rabbit, you a horny motherfucker, bro. Cause you know you are what you eat. So you just if rabbits just be fucking. That's all they give a fuck. They just be fucking. So I would assume you get them 10. Man, you know what, man? I'm start eating rabbit, bro. Man, I get some more pussy in my life.
I bet they.
I mean, being horny and getting more pussy, I don't know if that's.
You know
The
what?
same
Those
thing.
two things are definitely two different things. Cause you be horny all you want, but I mean you getting them pussy.
Yeah. You don't want pussy.
You want some pussy, but I don't think that what you getting. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga gonna have holes in his grandpa walls, but Jose, what you doing?
Now my uncle told me I can't fuck at the crib, so if I got cracked something, I gotta go rent a hotel or some shit. That nigga told me, nigga, I'll kick you in the bitch out naked. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, listen, bro. Ain't no way on earth a blind nigga
You not
tell
tall,
me,
bro.
bro, I'm fucking with you.
That's crazy.
I was doing no fucking with
You
bro.
can't see where we
Yeah,
at. I be lying. That's the TV. You know, what you do is you put on loud noise because you know it's like 10 times louder. So that bitch is overly loud. You hear Spider-Man loud as fuck in my background. Arthur Octopus. That's hiding me crazy.
Nah, man. But
Hey,
it's
this
crazy, bro.
this might be TMI, but I do think it's funny. You ever been cracking some shit and like the TV on, but you start paying attention to what the fuck going on the TV? No?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, bro. Gohan's about to turn Super Saiyan 2 again. Why the fuck I left this shit on? That's,
It be like, if I gotta crack some shit, it depends, bro. It depends. Sometimes I ain't focused on that shit. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm here to do.
no. But I'm just saying, like,
You know, Jose take Dragon Ball serious, man.
No, bruh.
Dragon Ball, nigga love to make Dragon Balls, but
It's 7, ain't it?
niggas at 8.
my bad.
You know Fatboy can't count. That nigga smart as fuck, but math is hard.
When was the last time I seen an episode they talk about Dragon Balls? Nigga, chill out, nigga.
Nigga, the last time you saw Dragon Ball, you was in Trinidad. That shit was... How that shit sound in Trinidad?
I don't know what's worse. You saying 8 Dragon Balls or that nigga saying, you know, Jose love them Dragon Balls.
Bruh.
Hey, bro. Why you let that?
I know y'all think my life. I know y'all think my life is Sonic, Dragon Balls, and fucking hip hop. I know that's what y'all think. Describe Jose in 3 different words. Describe Omar in 3 different words.
You actually said that shit complete wrong, nigga.
All right.
Hip hop, hip, and then pop, and then hip hop, rap,
Hip.
Lamar. Then Dragon Ball Z.
That's crazy.
Then-
Damn. So Kendrick over Dragon Ball Z. Hip hop first, Kendrick, then Dragon Ball Z. That's what you're saying.
If you had to sacrifice one,
I fuck with Kendrick over Dragon Ball.
he was right.
I ain't gonna lie. If Kendrick dropped one more album this year, he my favorite rapper ever. I said that when GNX came out, but I was like, oh man, I don't know. Oh no.
Who was your favorite rapper, nigga?
Lil Wayne. I think Kendrick is my go. I think Kendrick is the greatest rapper, right? But I recognize Wayne is my favorite. Just the consistency throughout my livelihood. I mean, right now,
Hey,
Kendrick.
I'm gonna get to bite you. Do they bite you? They don't bite you, right? I can just catch you in my hair.
What you talking about? The
A
bunny?
light bug.
A light bug. You
Yeah.
you live in like a Disney Channel fucking show, bro.
I give it to a rooster, dog.
I know you be having some cool little romantic shit with your wife. Baby, we gonna go outside with jars and catch light bugs. Cause you know the plants that I have attract the light bugs and they have energy. We go. I know you got a jar somewhere with 16 light bugs. Them niggas mad as fuck. I'm trying to get out this bitch.
I'm asking a pure question from outside. Niggas be roasting you. For everything.
That shit beautiful, nigga. Like you got light bugs, bruh. I don't even see. My dog living great in North Carolina, bruh.
Yeah, y'all got good ladybugs over there, boy. You know what I mean?
I know. I ain't gonna lie.
Ladybug.
I be so motivated at the gym, but I tell you right now, but I be in the gym. Cause I can't fold, bro. I can't fold. It's too much. It's too much to look at.
Yeah, I be that bitch for 3 hours, but focus.
Nah. I'm not wasting time. I mean that bitch an hour. I'm in that hour productive as fuck. I'm doing everything.
Fatboy don't know. Fatboy does not know how to not do the most. You gotta
You know, that's Jose. Jose been doing the most since 1992.
Bro, you be on the stairs for an hour, bro. Wait, what? What you said?
Jose been doing it both since after the rapper came out, nigga. Yeah.
Hip hop is only a mic. If you wanna test me, I'll do you. Hey, that was my favorite. That was one of my favorite video games growing up, bro.
You gotta need the developer, bro. Yeah, I think.
I do. Hey, you know what, baby, bro? Maybe that could be my end. Maybe I could be the live action Parappa the Rapper. Like I could voice act Parappa the Rapper.
Did any of y'all play that game with Jadakiss on the cover, the hip hop DJ shit?
You know,
Nah, I had Rap Superstar though. That shit was fire. It was a PS3 game, and it's pretty much a karaoke with hip. But it's so dope because it starts from like the 1980s and it ends all the way to like the late 2000s. Like Amelie is on there. You're All I Need. Fucking a bunch of what's the scenario? That shit was gas. So it's kind of like Guitar Hero but with rap. I had that shit for sure. Me and Astrid used to play that shit.
Guitar Hero was lit.
nah, bro. Y'all gotta pull up to the gym, dog. Y'all ain't seen your boy, man.
Busta Rhymes, the mighty infamous, always misbehaving and mischievous, causing
Y'all
out.
have all that judo shit. Y'all gonna have all that. I ain't that.
Fat boy, are you gonna, bro? I'm gonna eventually go into boxing. I'm just waiting till I get a better position so I can get a real, like a solid schedule. But I'm gonna take boxing classes. I don't want to box, but I want to learn how to goddamn fight for real. And I want to have I like the training that boxers go through. I feel like them motherfuckers be fit. But I'm not gonna participate like exhibition fight shit. Yeah, nigga on a PS5, bro. You play Fight Night.
I think I'd be careful on how to do shit. Like me,
You do that.
like certain like I'm gonna do jumbo workouts, but y'all wanna do them shits be hurting my joints and shit. And like so like
I know I'm
certain shit,
gonna have to fight. That's the reason why I put myself in this.
You
Cause
gotta fight. Just spar a little bit.
no, that's what I mean. Cause I know like I won't do it unless I'm in the position that I have to do it. Does that make sense? Like I don't want to, but if I force myself there, now I got no choice.
Yeah, they ain't gonna force you to spar, bro.
I do that shit, bro. Just show up and he'll do it.
I'm sure you gotta do that.
Do that shit.
Yeah, fat. Don't be encouraging me and y'all ass don't want to do it, bro. What's gonna be your martial art, bro? If Nick doing Muay Thai, Cameron Jiu-Jitsu master.
I'm a sharp shooter with car.
I'm gonna pick up boxing soon as well.
Nah, Nick, bro, stay on your lane, bro. Let me be the boxer, bro. I'm kidding.
Nigga,
You probably gonna be nasty because you says Muay Thai. You know what's funny? I was just playing. This might sound random, but this makes sense to me. I was playing Dragon Ball Sparking and I was playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, right? And I recognize from a fighting mechanic standpoint why Dragon Ball is so crazy. Like the game, like Sparking is a very difficult. Like if you playing at a top tier level, that shit is hard. Why? Because there's 3 different ways to block or dodge. Like there's a way to block, dodge, counter, fucking swing to the, like there's so many different ways to be able to maneuver or like move and dodge and attack and counter strike. But that shit means something. So like, or in some Final Fantasy, for instance, I don't have all those options, right? I could counter, I could block, or I could dodge. It's just those 3 things, right? And because like I can't just hold, or I can't play the game where I could just overpower them with my energy. I have to be strategic because my character, he only takes up so much damage, only a little bit. So I have to strategic. So I had the whole time earlier today when I was playing this hard ass boss level, it's straight counters. I can only counter. That's the only way I'm gonna be able to get a hit off. So I could imagine how it is in real time when you're actually participating in like some type of martial art where you like what you just describing, which is something that made sense to me. Like you said, damn, what was the phrase? Like you throw from the same side they threw at, or some shit like that. Like if they throw with your right hand, you could counter with your left because of the angle.
Yeah.
So that shit must be gas, bro. Nick a cheater, cause you know Nick been playing video games since he was a kid, so his hand-eye coordination is crazy.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, hold on. Hey, I really gotta use the bathroom, so y'all boys chop it up with the pod real quick. I come back.
I'm about to I gotta get this situated, bro. I'm about to hit the bed in like 30 minutes.
Hold on, man.
You check Terry and Wendy?
Holla at the pod real
I'm
quick.
gonna. I already told him I was supposed to be in the bed right now playing video games.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I have to so there that's going to her, but I came down and got my stuff real quick just to be in the ED room. Fuck, are you there? Okay.
Yo, my bad, y'all. Hey, you know what?
Let's talk about Glass up.
Oh, Fat Slip. Glass. Hey, Nick, bro, you gotta listen to YG album, bro. That shit is so fucking good, bro. That shit is. I'm telling you right now, that shit is great. That's in my top 3 albums of this year, maybe. I don't know. I gotta sit and think about it, but I probably have recency bias right now because I just heard like getting full from front to back this morning. It's phenomenal, bro. That shit is so good.
What's it called?
It's called Gentleman's Club if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. It's it's dope. It's what, bro. YG storytelling on that bitch. He got slaps on that bitch, and he got like, bro. He flipped. You know the song with Eminem. I'ma kill you. You don't want to fuck. He flipped that. Maybe I might be, or maybe thinking of another Eminem song. But he flipped the cadence, but without that same context. He was talking about something else. But it's so good, bro. Like I'm so impressed with what I heard from YG. And not to say, because YG is always great, right? But but YG YG really knows how to make slaps and bangers and shit like that. So to hear a full concise, all right, this is the equivalent of. Remember when you put me on to Blankface? He was like, bro, you gotta listen to Blankface, right? This is the same feeling I got when I heard Blankface from the first time. Listening to this YG album of like, oh my god, I'm so impressed. Like it's production wise, even the beats that he chose to like use for certain songs. I'm trying to think because I don't even know my favorite song. He got the intro's great. I like the intro. The intro's really good actually. Nigga, the second song got Pusha T on that bitch. That's why I knew. I'm like, oh, he not playing. He not playing, bruh.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's hard. I ain't even expect him to do something that's lit.
Bruh, he got his features on this album is actually fucking crazy, bro. Tyler the Creator's on here. I that might be my favorite song. Like I think, and that's a good transition. The song with Isaiah Falls and Odell. I can't see what's the name of this bitch. This song. Wait, hold on. The transition from Simon Says to On the Low was crazy. Like when I first heard it, I was like, oh, this sequencing is really good. Anyways, bro, I don't want to talk your ear out about this shit, but bro, you gotta tap in, bro. I was really excited for this album. It's really fucking good.
I'm about to pick this damn patient up. I'll listen to that shit right now. Once they call me.
Yeah, bro.
Listen,
album cover, man, it's dope to hear YG on some like grown shit, but he's still YG as fuck. Like nothing. It's just interesting about the generation that we're in hip hop right now. Where like, the artist that was on, we was like in our late teens, early 20s. They was kind of relatively around our age, right? So it's interesting to see the transformation from like then to like now, and it's done so well, bro. It's being done so well. I think there's great examples of artists growing with their craft, but at the same time, they get to just be themselves and just the grown version of them and shit. So, yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, facts. That's definitely that. I'm gonna listen to that shit right now. Let me go pick up this patient. I'll tap in with you later. I'll let you know what I think.
Shit, let me know, man. I'm about to. Yeah, I don't know. Damn, we had 3 hours on the pod. It's the first time I hit 3 hours, I think. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. If I was clipping content, nigga, I have hundreds of goddamn clips, but I'm not ready for that yet. I think I need to be a little more organized. I'm still jumping in this bitch.
You, buddy. Knee deep, Fred. Leg first. No worries, buddy. I'm gonna tap it. I'm gonna tap it with you. What the fuck? This nigga just
Yes,
came.
sir, man.
I'm gonna
Handle
tap
up,
it with
man.
you.
I'm about
Alright,
to.
bro. Be easy.
You too, man. Peace.
So, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm so grateful, bro. I'm so motherfucking grateful. Cause like at first, I was like, damn, bro. Like I was like, man, I think I was disappointed a little bit on the pod. Like I was like, fuck, cause I thought, you know, I mean, I got some good point covers in and stuff like that. But again, cause you know, I'm kind of doing this by myself, so it's like, or you know, again, I got the homies involved when they can and shit like that. But everyone got their real lives, so it's. I'm in gratitude when my homies could participate and shit. Like I really want to get Jazz on this shit too. Was she? Fuck it, let me see. I want to see if they pick up. Hold on. This would be the cherry on top, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie. If they pick up the phone, they only get 2 minutes, bro. Cause I can't have both of these women on the same time. Cause then it turns into me getting cussed out. I'm being funny cussed out, but let me see. It's Sunday. They probably got shit going on. That'd be the week though. What are you doing? Nah. They'll call next time. I'm gonna get them on the episode with it because they're so funny. Like my because Jazz and Glacy, obviously like Jazz my ex or whatever, and then Glacy, I know her. Like we both met Glacy at the same time because we was both working at the Mirador. And bro, life interesting, fucking interesting. But anyways, bro, they be having me rolling because like Jazz funny. She'll say shit that is gonna trigger me, but Shorty gonna yeah. So then I'm like, oh no, bro. It's funny. I feel so bad, right? Because I'm not opposed to having conversations about religion or political things, and I'm not opposed to it. I actually enjoy the dialogue, and I actually rather listen more than say. I'll share my opinion, but I still want to be a student, and I also need to. I really want to understand. I know sometimes it might not necessarily be a thing. Like, why would you want to? But I do. Like, that's a part of like, so I can continue to grow as a human being. I want to understand why things are whatever. So I'm not opposed to conversation. So, I feel so bad because me, Jazz, and Glace were having a conversation, and all of a sudden, like religion kind of came into the conversation and I don't again because I know how certain people be. Like it's a very emotional attachment thing, right? So if I say some shit that conflicts with what they believe in, that's what they believe. Like, of course they have the right to be. Huh? Fuck is you talking about? So I'm like, and I'm trying my best. Like, man, Glace, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want to get into the dialogue of this because I kind of feel like whatever. And then, she a Taurus too, so she kind of like, goddamn, got me going. I'm like, fuck. And I was like, all right, well, do you know about ooh, 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 ooh. And she got so frustrated, bro, that she's like, I got anxiety right now, so I don't even want to be on the phone. And she clicked off, and then Jazz started laughing. I'm like, see why you do that? You knew what you was doing, trying to bring the conversation up, trying to go about. But even though she hopped back, like, ooh, cool. Obviously, I got like genuine love for her. But it was just so funny, bro. I'm like, damn, I can't wait to have a conversation with them, like on a pod, just to, cause I love that. Obviously, me and Jazz super tight. Like at this point, she's like my little sister type shit. Glacy she's 25, so she's a little she's younger, but she's so intelligent, and she just like, I love that she like her mom went to Southridge, and like just she's a down south girl to the full extent. So is Jazz, but Jazz is a little bougie. You know what I'm saying? She like this Haitian princess, but and Glacy is too, but Glacy got like I don't know, she reminds me of everybody that I went to school, like girls I went to school with. So I just love the dialogue. I love the you know what I'm saying? But anyways, whatever, right? I am completely grateful for anyone that's been tapped in to this point. Nick, Fat Boy, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. And hopefully next week I got some dope shit to say. Shout out to
everybody, bro. Shout out to hip hop. Like I'm and this is to all the creators and the people that make content and I don't even like using the word content, but to all the creators that love hip hop and love culture and love, you know, and are putting light to great things and even talking about the bull. Like I like when the people that talk about the good shit point out the bullshit and tell you why that shit bullshit. Shout out to y'all, like the whole fucking floor. I would love to go through like the whole fucking, you know what I'm saying? Cause I can't, right? Like, oh, shout out the glasses, affected immediately, just incredible. I want to fucking go, like I wish I, you know what I'm saying, pull it out, but I just to all, the whole floor and to the people that I haven't even tapped into or whatever. Like I just want to say thank y'all, cause what y'all doing is so important. Shit inspired me to be doing this shit too. Cause at first I'm like, how does that look like for me, bro? And I know my voice is one of my superpowers, and I thought it would be, well, it still is through the music, but I want to be a little bit more creative and a little more niche with my music now. I don't like being a global superstar. I don't know if I don't want that anymore. I don't know if I want that still. If God want that, then cool, right? But I need help. This ain't gonna happen with just me in a tiny room in a old ass laptop from 2016. I need help for that. But if it's not that, what I'm saying, like obviously, like I'm gonna continue to grow and get them, not stop creating, but you know I want to tap into my different endeavors too. And I gotta figure out how to make some passive income so I can pay my bills and I could just not worry about bills and I could just do and focus on the things I want to focus on. Cause I even think about it, like I do want to, like I can't imagine, like I understand, like as a child I was thinking about this earlier too, and I was talking with my ex about this. Like it's not like my dad wasn't happy Father's Day, I love you, Dad. My dad wasn't in the household or whatever, but he was always working. And in the early 90s, my dad was gone all the time. Every time, he's on tour, he's going here, he's performing here, traveling, this, that, and the third, whatever the case may be, right? It wasn't until like, things changed, and then we moved to South Miami Heights, and then we moved to Prime, and then so on and so forth, whatever. But I think of that. And I was like, damn, my dad had to, work. He had to put money on the table, right? And then I think of like, damn, when I'm in a situation where I'm a father, I want to be able to be present, right? But that's not gonna happen if I got to go clock in at the post office every day and then come back home and then give I have to give my attention to my girl and my attention to my children and to my goal, balancing the shit. I would love to be in a situation to where like whatever. Even if I'm not making money off my passion, I can still contribute to my passion. But if I'm making some type of passive income that's gonna generate me that amount of wealth, and again, I'm not even I don't need nothing crazy, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, I could be 1,000 there and be just fine. My vices are under control. I don't really. My PS5, I can pretty much got everything on. I got games I ain't played yet. I don't gotta buy nothing new. But I also need to make sure I'm good to where, like, when I am in this space where it's like, okay, shit, someone depends on me. I blame all my friends and my loved ones for spoiling me. I should have been had my life together. But it's a learn, and I'm grateful. Like again, and I'm grateful for where I'm at. I think God put me in this space so I could, flourish and have another chance of like figuring it out. So, anyways. Thank y'all for tapping into the Marlo Podcast, episode 14, learning how to communicate, which I still am. Next week, Sunday, same time. I will hop on Def Jam later on this week, though. Y'all get another video. We got to beat this shit already, because I want to play some other games on the goddamn YouTube. Spider-Man, I'm obviously playing it like leisurely, too, because, brand new day. I got to beat it before brand new day comes out. I want to beat all of them. I'm like once the regular story mode for Spider-Man is done, we playing Miles Morales. I might do the side quest with Miles Morales because it's a shorter game, but that game is fire. What a black Puerto Rican Spider-Man? You got me fucked up, bro. Of course I'm gonna play that shit. It's funny because my little cousin really reminds me of Miles, homie Jacob. Anyways, man, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. Stay blessed, high vibrations, all that good shit. Peace.